Hi everyone! Welcome in! Good morning! Happy Saturday! How's everyone doing? Hi Little Cheese, congrats on getting first. Hi Kitty, congrats on getting what would have been second. Hi the Angular! Hi, how are you guys doing? Happy Saturday, I hope you guys are all doing good. We're trying out a different phone position for my tracking today, so I don't know if I like it or not yet. We'll see. But I hope everyone's doing good. I'm live a little early. I said I might be live early today. Live a little early. Not very much, but a little. I was doing some cleaning and stuff before stream, had some lunch, so that's why we're a little later, but okay, not too bad. Hi Crambit, welcome in, hi. Hello. I hope everyone's doing good, I hope everyone's enjoying their weekend. I'm enjoying my weekend, for the most part. I'm a little anxious, but other than that, I'm doing great. Gonna get to visit Little Cheese tomorrow and Sarah with her broken arm. So that'll be fun. Learn how to cut hair tomorrow. Little Cheese? Oh, so greedy. Yeah, she kind of sniped them both on accident, but it's okay. I need my hair trimmed so bad. I feel that, yeah. Same here. I need a trim. I need to cut my bangs, but the rest of my hair needs a little trim. But I'm gonna help my sister with her hair, and then she's gonna help me talk through how to do mine, and then it should be good. Fingers crossed. We're also getting a lot of rain this week, so that's also something. It was raining when I woke up this morning, and thunder. But it's better now. Just a little chilly out. It's okay, I've done it too. It happens! Oh, my nose is so stuffy. I think it's because of the temperature change. It went from being warm to kind of cold, so now my sinuses are a little congested, but not the end of the world. But I hope everyone's Saturday is going well. Hope it's been hopefully a relaxing weekend so far. We're gonna play more of our dating sim today, which will be fun. And then I don't know what else. We'll see. I don't know how long we'll be streaming today. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how things go. Stopping places. And then some point offline, I don't know if I'll do it today or not, but at some point when I'm offline, I want to check out that Minecraft server for you guys to see if that's something we should stream or not. But I feel like it could be fun. I might see if I can get Zio to join it, but he's pretty wrapped up in Box, so I don't know if he will. But we'll see. But I was invited to a Minecraft server. It's like an SMP, so it's got a lot of different people playing on it and stuff. Like, oh, that could be fun. I'll check it out for you guys and see if it's something that would fit us here. Oh, and I gotta remember to go on Final Fantasy later today. Saturdays are Gamba days in Final Fantasy, and so I like to spend Saturdays doing all of my, like, Golden Saucer quests. And then, like, the jackpot thing is in the evening, so I gotta check it out. Yes, 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 yes. Hi, honey! Welcome in! How are you doing? How's work going? Hopefully not too crazy. Oh, actually, hun? Wait, heading home? Wait, really? Is it that slow today? Oh, dang. Crazy. I was gonna ask you what you think about the tracking. I'm trying to do that sideways tracking thing. And so I was gonna see if you think tracking's better or worse. You can look at it later. But dang, going home. That's not good. I guess you better be grinding that TFT then. Make up the money. But yeah. We're gonna have a chill day. We're gonna be reading. Maybe since Theo's coming home, maybe I'll have him make me some gamer subs or something. I might need some extra caffeine. I did drink a soda with lunch, but still feel kind of sleepy. I've been so sleepy lately. Not good, not good. And this rainy weather's not helping. It's making me, like, super sleepy and drowsy. I guess I can get the game pulled up and we can jump into things, if you guys don't mind. Need that rainy toggle for the room already? I know! I know! The immersion! The immersion! I know. I want it! He's working on him. I think we should get them back fairly soon, I think. Let me see. Pop open. Yeah, nothing yet. I think he'll have it back soon. It's been almost a week, so surely he'll be done with them pretty soon. Wow, huh? Congrats on your 5-stream watch streak. Heck yeah. Love to see it. Love to see it. Alright. I will get the gate pulled up for us. Oh, I will say for this game, I might pen it. I might pen it for you guys. Let me see, actually, if I go to the Steam store. The demo. So I'm playing the early access for this game. But when I first played it, the early access wasn't working for everyone yet. But now the early access is working for people. So if you guys want to play early access with this game and check it out yourselves, I was thinking maybe I could share the link and pen it in chat for you guys to check it out. Or you can wishlist the game if you want to wait for it to come out. All things to do. Here. I'll pin that. If any of you guys want to check it out, it's finally available. So it's a $15 game, which is like honestly not bad for an indie, especially with how big this one is and it has multiple love interests. $15 isn't bad for an Otome game. But of course, if you want to wait for the full game sale or sales or full game to be out, you can always wishlist it, save it for later, track its price history and stuff like that. They also do have a free demo out that I think has the entire common route. So the early access right now just has the route that we'll be doing, and then they have the entire common route is out on the demo. So there's also that. But I like to point out the options for people. I always love shouting out indie game developers because I think that that is so cool. They deserve the love. We've been drinking a lot of That Gamer Subs, and it's actually pretty good. We're planning on buying more flavors soon. Oh, that's awesome! Wait, which flavors did you guys get? I don't remember. But yes, the Gamer Subs are really good. I will say that. Like, some of the flavors especially, really good. I really vibe with them. I'm a little more picky about the flavors than Zio is. I think it just depends on your preferences. I don't like a lot of artificial flavors. Not in a, like, not that I necessarily care about artificial dyes or flavorings, but just, like, a lot of artificial flavors remind me of, like, medicine and stuff as a kid. And so I'm kind of picky about them. But I like a lot of their tropical flavors. So, like, I love the Blowhole Blast, and then I like the strawberry one for, Lord Aethelstan's. The Crimson Moon one is really good. Some of the peach ones I like. I think those are pretty good. But I'm not as big of a fan on their ones. Like, their cherry ones I'm not super a big fan of usually, and I'm usually not a super big fan of, like, their grape and melon ones, but, you know, personal preference. Oh, okay. Bowberry, Queso Nuclear Bomb, Buff Pups. Yeah. Buff Pup is Zio's favorite. Bowberry is good. That is another one that I do like. I think my only complaint with Bowberry is that sometimes if you have a clear cup, it can temporarily stain the cup. Not a bad stain, but sometimes it takes washing it quite a few times to get the color out. But I do like the Bowberry one. It's pretty good. And Buff Pups is pretty good too. I don't like it as much as Zio likes it, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, when Zio first did that and it stained one of his cups, I was like, you can't put that one in any of my cups. Because I was so worried about them getting stained. Alrighty, let us pop over to our gaming scene. It should be working. Yes. And we're just gonna move me down a little bit for you guys to see a little bit better. And then... oh, and then I gotta turn off the... Alright. Let's load. And we're at the start of a new chapter. So this is chapter 5 now. Which I think might be the last chapter of the common route. But I could be wrong. The cup I use for work is stainless steel, so I'm not too worried. Well, yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, let us jump in. Wait 1 second.
can't do that.
Alright, there we go. Got that done. Alright. Time had never flowed more slowly. The lounge where we usually enjoyed ourselves was heavy with a tragic air. Our futures were placed in the hands of a jury who would determine the scope of our crime and the punishment to follow. Everyone stood around while I was laid back on the sofa, which made me feel even more anxious. So my guess, based on other games I've played, is that maybe because she interfered, the punishment is that one of the guys has to, like, basically, like, I don't know, like, take responsibility for her or something like that, right? And then she's gonna have to be partnered up with one of them, maybe? And that's how you choose the branch you're going into? Is which guy has to be, like, your mentor slash whatever, maybe? I don't know. This is agony. Our crime? But really it was my own doing. I was sinking into a pit of guilt and confusion, but just as Valefar had reminded me, that wouldn't help anyone. The pain of what I had done had hurt more than the wound in my back. The bleeding had finally stopped, at least. While I have stained Zafan's car seats, I was slowly regaining my strength. As a Reaper, I'm not supposed to feel injuries so heavily. I had only become one recently, though, and still had much to make up for. If I would even get the chance to make things up, that is, I'd probably be tossed into hell for this. And the others who held responsibility for me, what would become of them?
Ina, I need you to come with me.
So beautiful. I need these other guys' routes ASAP. I need it now. After pacing for some time, Sierra had suddenly stopped in front of me and urgently held my hand. Where are you taking her? Aries asked sharply, but Sierra Aries asked sharply, but Sierra aimed an even fiercer stare back. It is important. Kim is supposed to return for our trial soon, as the tribunal is here. We cannot afford. We'll be back in time. Sarah grabbed my wrist and pulled me up, a hand on my back to support my weight. This must be done. Without waiting for anyone else to argue, he marched us through the door and into the hallways full of whispers and stares. We passed Lilia in the hallway. She was grave, her eyebrows furrowed, as she saw us hurry along. Where are you going? You have to go to court. It is essential that I do this, Lilia. Stall by whatever means you can if you must. What? You know what I need to do.
You owe me big time.
So ominous.
If I live to see it, yes, I am in your debt.
Aww. He left Lilia with that, picked up our pace to make up for the few moments we lost. If you live to, Seer! It was merely a dark joke. I didn't think you were capable of making dark jokes, Seer. I can surprise you every now and then, right? Now, for one more surprise. We haven't taken you to Purgatory yet, correct? Correct. Would you like to see it? Surely you do not mean right now. I do, indeed. Is this the right time? This is the only time we have. We broke out into a run, but the strain was getting to be too much for me. I clutched my side, and Sarah immediately paused once more. I must be burdening your body. Let me carry you. I'm okay, Seer. In one swoop, he tucked me under his... In one swift scoop, he tucked his arm underneath my knees and flew through the halls. This is much faster anyway. Worry not, you are lighter than a feather. Hey. Then you must wear some very heavy feathers. Ah, indeed I do. Without stopping, he whisked me through the halls of the building. I'd never seen him act with so much urgency before, which worried me somewhat. Even when handling me, he remained calm. Although his eyes had belled his anxiety, he remained steady, which I dearly appreciated. We're really going? Really? Yes, hold on tight now. If your injuries reopen, let me know immediately. I squeezed my arm around his chest, preparing for another trip through that door. Purgatory. Room of Respite. Determination flared in his beautiful eyes, and his voice was stronger than ever, as he commanded the door to return us from where I had started my adventure. Oh my, this man looks handsome! I know! He's so handsome! This is Sierra. He's an angel. He's beautiful. And he is an angel. But hi, Daya. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. Here we are. We are not afforded the luxury of time for you to enjoy a proper tour, so we've come to where we must be. I'm terribly lost, sir. I shall guide you. First, I shall lay you down in this bed. I knew that he had the purest of hearts and that this was no time for me to misunderstand any intentions, but it still caught me off guard. Pardon? He held me by the hand, and with utmost faith in him, I followed him. Lie down for me. I squeezed his hand tightly and settled myself into the sheets. It felt familiar, comforting. When I first woke up here, my vision was too hazy to recognize where I was. As I lay here now, I realized that this is where I had been all the time, sleeping, forgotten. Doing good, thank you. What about you? I'm doing great. I've had a pretty chill Saturday morning so far. I did some cleaning, got to be a little productive, had some leftovers for lunch. Good times. Now I get to romance some pretty boys, so really what more could you ask for, really? I hate to ask this, but would you let go so that I can sit beside you? I can do it while standing up, but I wish for my hand to remain steady. This will hurt a little bit, but it must be done. As he settled next to me, my mind really did begin wandering to forbidden places. Sir? What exactly are we doing?
I'm returning to you something you lost.
Wait, is he gonna give our memories back to us? Like what they did with, Valefar? That would be really cool. Thank goodness. Though, on second thought, wait, not now. What did I lose? Wait. I'm here in Purgatory, laying upon what I'm guessing is a special bed in a special room. The Room of Respite. So, that was its only purpose. Somewhere I could rest for a long time. I have no memories of this place. Could it be? Does this have to do with my memories? You've always been an intelligent woman, Jay. He pet my hair fondly, like he always did. His strokes were gentler and lingered in my hair. With each caress, Sarah's eyes sparkled, and I could see tears. Oh, he's gonna cry? What? Okay, wait. Okay, sorry. Okay. I tampered with your memories a long time ago. This is the very place I did it. In fact, I built this room just for you. What the heck? That's kind of romantic. He was trying to help us. Once I extracted all that hurt from you, I put you into a long slumber so that you wouldn't need to roam any longer. However, I did not mean to erase all of your memories of this place. I had meant to heal your heart and erase your pain. Forgive me, Jay. Can I ask for you to remove my memories? To an extent. I truly did not intend to erase so much. That is all I can tell you. Why are you returning them to me now? I'm afraid I may no longer be able to return them to you after today. I have to set this right. It will likely hurt. Your heart will ache beyond measure as you begin to recover your memories, and I do not know if they will return to you right away, or over time, or even at all. I will aim not to destroy the seal at once, but rather in a way that erodes with time. That does not guarantee anything, though, as I have never done this before. Wonderful.
I must confirm this with you. Do you wish to recall everything?
I love him. He's so sweet. I love him so much. That is something you should have asked before bringing me here, you know? Forgive me. I was not thinking. I will likely be unable to reverse this. He gripped the sheets. His knuckles grew pale. I put a hand over his trembling one, hoping to quell his anxiety. He was so confident, so sure when he brought me here, but now I could see the doubts that were inside of him. But you think I should do it, right? I wish to give you the option. I do not think that you will lose anything if you leave here right now, other than a chance to remember it all again. Had I not been terrified of everything else that was occurring, I'd likely be halfway out of the room, but if Sarah decided that this was something I needed, then I chose to trust him. Even more than that, truthfully, it would drive me into insanity if I could never recover my lost memories. It explained why everything was so fuzzy to me, why no matter what, I would encounter block after block. No. Sarah was right next to me. Was right to bring me here. Is it better not to remember everything all at once? It will pain you greatly. I consider it a little longer. Although I knew we were pressed for time, we had to do it now, or... Why only today? Seer, you said that you wouldn't be able to do this after today. Why? What's going to happen to you? The sheets rustled as I jerked up, seized his soft hand in mine.
Sair, please tell me. Are you going to die?
Crying wouldn't do any favors, so I blinked back tears as best as I could. There had to be something I could do. I couldn't let him die for me. Maybe if I knocked him out, I could run. I do not think that I will die. Really? Do you promise? Yes. He pulled back my hand and gently kissed my fingers. However, I may be unable to use some of my powers from today onwards. In case that is true, I would like to do this now. So, please do not fret. Lay down for me. Close your eyes. I will be as gentle as I can. I don't want you to lose your powers either, Sierra. Why did she just say it? Oh yeah, some of these names, guys, I suck at saying them. She said... Sierra? Oh. Sierra. I think, yeah, right? No, I feel like she's saying it differently when I'm saying it. It is alright. Power comes with its own burden. If I do lose them, I think I shall feel much lighter. Now I must hurry. There will be a trouble afoot if I do not return soon. When I finally closed my eyes, I felt the softest flutter of his lips against my forehead. Forgive me if this pains you. He pressed a palm to my forehead. By the time I exhaled, I finally had my first dream in this world. No, it was a nightmare. Sierra held Jay in his arms carefully, not to jostle her a single whit. His slender fingers adorned her frame with tenderness, even as he flew through the halls of the building that became suffocating.
Our trial is to begin shortly, and you decided to go on a field trip. What on earth was occurring in that daft brain of yours? And why is she like that?
Has she done something to... I have decided to return to her what I had borrowed. Her memories. Sierra! He barked at the angel, but Sierra did not flinch once. For all his usual cowardice of Aries, he had taken on a different aura. So sure of himself that no one could change his mind. Perhaps that was why he felt such camaraderie with the girl sleeping in his arms. Her features twisted, small grunts escaping her lips, and sweat gathered on her neck. Oh, because he literally had our memories. So, like, he literally had our memories. Like, he literally could remember everything that happened to us when we couldn't. That's interesting. I like that. I like that. She finally had begun to dream again. The transfer had been successful then. How he had ached to give her a better gift than the one that had returned her the thorns to her heart. Aw. I did not make that decision with a light heart, Aries. Came. But all is well. We returned in timely fashion. Came clicked his tongue dismissively and pinched the bridge of his nose. All is well, my Ars. All is going to hell. We need to go now.
She's still unconscious.
I suppose that benefits us. She's not to attend the trial after all. At least it can keep her from arguing about it. What? Why can't she come with us? Isn't this related to her? Surely they could let her speak her defense of herself. She has not yet earned that right. Do not look at me that way. I am but the messenger. As she is in our charge, the crime is ours to answer for. You all know how this works. I will handle this. I have put us into this situation. It wasn't your intention, Sierra. But I am still the cause, no? He gently laid her down on the couch once more, and the pillow underneath her head. With the utmost tenderness, he brushed her hair away from her face and admired her features as though memorizing them again. When the time comes, do not argue against me. Do not stop me. You weren't thinking of... Sierra. Enough. Let us go. Where's Lilia? She should be with Jay while we're gone. Sierra's resolve was absolute and melancholic, but powerful. Haim and Sierra had led the group in silence to meet their judgments, while the woman responsible for the predicament slept in distress. Memories of my death swirled repetitively in my head, flashes and flashes until they finally started to form a solid memory. I relived the swing of the axe, just like it was a page in a book. And finally I saw what came after. My soul severed quickly from my body. My head, however, was not as fortunate. How terrifying. Ugh, that means it wasn't a clean cut, guys. That means they had to chop it a few times. The guard that had been my friend, my final escort, sat on the ground near my corpse. He was shaking. Every inch of his body was trembling. Aw. Please look away. Don't do this to yourself. My words, of course, fell on deaf ears. Despite the memory being a nightmare of my own creation, I had no power. At least I could recognize that it was a nightmare. It was, right? Everything felt so real that I started to doubt myself. Real? Not real. Real? Time crawled. The people disappeared, satisfied with the show of gore for the day. The executioner departed, and the task of ridding my body fell to my friend. He was but a boy of 17? 18? It was wrong. It was all wrong. I'd accepted a gruesome end to allow Felix a peaceful path to justice. But I realize now that I threw away my life so shamefully, so disgraced, for an ending of a violent retribution anyway. I was angry at myself, at him, but most of all at the world for letting such aristocrats happen. I just read that wrong. Okay, let me try that again. Okay. But most of all at the world for letting such atrocities happen and to have forced our hand this way. It began to rain. The blood won't wash away. The road was stained with crimson. The sky grew dark and the clouds became gray, perhaps to clean the blood off the ground below. Then, with the first clap of thunder, I heard an unearthly wail, and that sent an ice-cold chills up my spine, all the way into my fingertips. Felix? I woke up before I could see his face. Guys, this is gonna sound kind of crazy of me, but like part of me really does think that Aries is Felix. I've had this feeling for a little bit now, and I don't remember if I voiced it, but I've had this reoccurring feeling because she can't remember what Felix looks like, that Aries is Felix. Now, this would give me some other questions though, because they all seem to think that Felix was a horrible person, and he definitely did all these really bad things. But Aries is the youngest out of the group. He's only been here for 100 years. Aureus seems really protective over us. I mean, they're all really protective over us, but he seems really protective over us. And so, I don't know, part of me just thinks that maybe Aureus is Felix. But I could be wrong, but part of my gut really does think that that's the case. And I would eat that up. I would love that to be true. But then why would his name change, you know? I don't know. I don't know. But I think the fact that she can't see his face is a big thing. That means who he is gonna be a big reveal. Unless Felix is the secret love option. I don't know. I don't know. God damn it! I jolted awake to find my complete and utter surprise, the man that now hated me most. Wait, I jolted awake to find, to my complete and utter surprise, the man that now hated me the most was on my back, and came hovered over me, truly like a reaper, who had come to collect my soul. If looks could kill, I would have been swept into hell right about now. The trial, has it happened? Oh no, had I slept through the whole thing? It is over. What happened? Later. You wish to see the Hall of Memories, right? I was smart enough to recognize this was an order, not an invitation. Was that a shortcut to hell? Was he going to toss me into the pit himself? Came. I realized that Lilia was sitting by me at my feet. This had to be a trap, but I didn't dare say no. Yes. Then come with me. Are you going to kill me? He pursed his lips, looking disappointed. Well, pardon my caution when you look like you want to eat me alive. No. As I've said, you're not in no danger from me. I have neither the intention nor desire to ever hurting you. And thanks to Sierra, the other risks of your existence have passed, for now. Until you act up again. Right, well, I don't intend to. I pray... Let's hope not. Anyways, shall we? He pointed towards the door with a jerk of his head, and I sat up slowly. My head was throbbing, and I felt myself slipping back down, but Came quickly caught me. For all of his vitriol, I suppose he still cares somewhere deep down. What is this place you wanted to show me? I think it is something you need to see for yourself. It'll make sense when we get there. Came, what are you up to? Never you mind, Lilia. So rude. Jay, will you be okay? I'm fine. It was such a pathetic lie that Lilia didn't even bother to argue. I'll let the others know, she whispered to me as Cam dragged me out of the room. We passed none of the others, and I worried what had happened to them, but Cam gave no indication that he would be informing me what happened. The office itself had been full of chatter until we entered. Voices fell into hushed whispers, and I knew that we were the topic of their conversation. They like to talk a lot, huh? I suppose they have good reason to. Where are the others? What happened? What did Sierra do? Later. You'll find out soon. Anxiety surged inside of me yet again. Whoa!
Well, here we are. Beautiful, is it not?
He gestured an arm towards the outward, showing off the scenery. Of course, the novelty wears off with those that must work here the most. It was wondrous, but in an almost frightening way, an eerie beauty. It was like a maze. I could get lost all too easily, like the room itself could devour me whole. And Came. There was something scary about his demeanor as well. His smile made me feel ill, and the only worsened my headache. Does he intend to abandon me here? The computers in the office sync up here, so physical visits are usually only for the purpose of cleanup and organization only. The computers in the office okay, wait, I read that already. Okay. Let me see which ones we were looking for. I'm still not sure why we're here. Now, usually one would use the record up over here. It projects the screen for us all to watch and is quite efficient. But I believe our purpose will be better served using a function of the room to truly replicate every last part of the scene. It is not typically used, as this space is intended for work, but no one shall be coming here today. He explained all this much like a patient schoolteacher, yet I found that I barely understood anything. The mechanics of this room, yes, but why was still to be found. I'm completely lost. It won't be for long. He pulled up something on his watch, then using it as a guide, walked over to the shelves. As he searched, I looked around in the atmosphere of the room. I felt like it was going to swallow me up at any moment. Here it is, the one I've been looking for. The Reaping of the Tyrant of Berenger, otherwise known as Felix. Oh, are we gonna see how he died? Yep, Felix. My voice came out in a horrified whisper, although Kane paid no attention to it. He walked to the large device above while holding an orb in his hand along with his watch. Why? I think you need to see this to understand. Sometimes it is easier to show than tell, and this is one of them. Kame, I don't want to see this. Before I had the chance to either argue or agree, the room took on an entirely different form, just like it happened in the training center. As if we had come to an entirely different world. You were unable to remember your past. You wished to learn, didn't you? What happened afterwards? Here's the answer. The end of your path, beyond your end. I've already started to remember the moments after my death. You have you? You did not witness the consequences that came after that, I presume. The air was stifling. Where are we? In a crumbling castle. I can see that much, but why this castle, though? It belonged to your paramour. This was his final target. He stormed this castle like a beast, felled even the crown. But there was no one left to serve him in the end. This place faced siege after siege, and he alone survived. You can see that even the walls here have started to decay. Married by blood and destruction, what is left? Our footsteps echoed through the empty halls, with even the ghost of the servants or our knights to be seen. The air itself was dead. This might have been the recreation, but it was far too immersive for me to feel any sort of detachment to it. Where the royal palace once stood tall, now lay a dilapidated crypt. How is Felix even surviving in such lifeless halls? He awaits for his death while his country burns. I fear the same will happen to you, that you will be cut and destroy whatever crosses your path, as long as you believe that you are in the right. How could you even think to compare us? That I could ever be that way? One thing leads to another. Do you deny that you two were cut from the same cloth? Or do you want to tell me that you weren't determined to do whatever it took to fulfill your revenge, all in the name of peace? His words burned me. Did he doubt my intentions all along? Was he right to? All I did was save your brother from death. No. All you've ensured is that it will come to them. Had I been the one to capture them, they would have been allowed to exist. They could have repented. But now they're marked for execution due to harm caused to you. What? It counts as a further transgression to their crimes. Then I forgive them! Unfortunately, the world we live in does not allow for that. Here, actions have consequences. Someone must be held accountable. Dude, they weren't the only ones that hurt me! You also technically hurted me! Like, it's fine, it's fine. Like, if they don't find some way that we can save his brothers in this game, I'm gonna be really sad, because I am actually very attached to his brothers. Especially Nox. Aureus begged on his knees to spare you any punishment. He was willing to dive into hell just to protect you. We were all reprimanded, our jobs still on the line. But more than that, more than anything that happened to us, Seer lost his wings. He gave them up for you. Ah! Oh, that hurts. But that's also so sweet. I eat this stuff up, guys. Oh my god. I feel so many emotions right now. What do you mean by see? He sacrificed his angelhood to spare you of punishment, and to let the rest of us leave, but with a slap of the wrist. And you didn't stop him? The alternative was to let you cease existing. Of course, none of them would allow for that to happen. So you tell me, which was the best solution? To let you disappear, or... I'm sure you would have been glad for that, wouldn't you? Jay. I clutched my head as he threw words as sharp knives at me. My head was about to split from the pain. Too much was happening, and I could barely remain on my feet. I did not bring you here to argue. Come. He seized my hand himself and led us down more hallways, more paths than I could keep track of. Till at last we approached a throne room. There I saw Felix slumped in a great seat. Hey! Okay. His face was gaunt. His regal attire was covered in blood stains all over. I reached out for him, but Kim told me to spare the effort. Alright, so I was wrong, but I am glad that we got to finally see him. I do wonder if we can romance him. Like, I wonder if he's an option. You know? Felix! He's... I wanted to hold him. I didn't care about anything else. I just didn't want him to die like this. But since this is nothing but a memory, he had already passed away, hadn't he? This is just a memory. You can't do anything for him. Kim's next words confirmed my suspicions, but his following ones set a new wave of fear washing over me. And you shouldn't want to. I was thankful that he reminded me of the fact, because when a second appeared, I was just about to lost myself. I was already dealing with one, and that seemed to be more than plenty. Why is there another you? Because I was in charge of this case.
Are you here to kill me? I've never seen you before.
I jolted as he spoke. I didn't think I would ever hear his voice again. Felix lazily pointed a sword at the other Kame, who snorted in response.
My, put some life into it. Whatever you have left of it anyway. Is this how you...
Oh, is this how you finally wish to go? How pathetic. Felix waved his sword once more, pointing it closer to the younger Reaper's throat.
Gone.
I fancy a duel.
You waste my time. If you desire death, then spare us both some time and allow me to take your head quickly.
Beheading people so easily. I held my neck again, feeling a phantom twinge of pain at the thought. Felix slashed out his sword, but sidestepped it all too easily. In return, he brought his own scythe, his smile never leaving his place. But I knew Kame better now. I could tell that behind the smile were eyes full of disdain and anger. Felix was a scar upon history to be eliminated, and Kame was playing with his food. If he's not dead yet, why are you here? You will see. I didn't like the sound of that. Felix took Kame's blade as an actual challenge, and he drew himself up to strike back. I flinched as they parried each other's blows. My fingernails were digging deep into my palms, and I started to lose the feeling in my knees. Are you proud of yourself for all that you've done?
Pride has never driven me. Not once.
Then was it for your beloved? Beloved? Did he mean me?
What do you know of her?
Oh my gosh! Guys, I'm gonna cry. I know that she was wronged. I also know this conquest of yours stems from some shitty desire for revenge. Hi, Bro Wheel! Hi! Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. Felix growled and slammed Cam against the wall with his sword to the Reaper's neck. He was quite impressive in combat, even in his dying moments. His strength had always been inhuman. I know that your lover rots away, waiting for the man that she will never see again. She begged us to save your soul. A pretty thing like her deserved better than you. Dude, what the heck? Don't torment the guy, okay? He's already not doing great, alright? He's gonna die, like...
You're lying.
His eyes were twitching madly. He drew a shuddering breath. His knees struggled to keep steady. It tore me apart to see him come undone. My head had begun to spin again. I clutched my head, I clutched at my head, praying the throbbing would cease. And to think at one point she was like, no, he didn't love me like that. He just loved me like a brother. Why? Should I bring Jay here myself? I have met her. She's lovely. I can perhaps see why you burned down the damn world for her. Give me a good match and I'll take you to her. You can be together in hell. She wouldn't be in hell. She would be someplace better. Recovering, but other than that, I'm good. I watched Project Hail Mary in the cinema for the second time yesterday, crying because The Rock was bingo card. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the movie. I'm glad you got to see it a second time. My brother was telling me about it, going to see that one. Their blades clashed over and over again. Oh, also, I'm glad that you're starting to feel better. That's great! Okay. Their blades clashed over and over. Sparks flew. Came supernatural scythe against Felix's mortal-made sword. Even on the verge of death, Felix fought impressively. He matched blow for blow with Came until his last blade betrayed him, too. He skidded across the floor and landed just a foot away from me. I shoved past, Came, and threw and knelt down. It went against all reason, but I still put my arms around him. It was a little more corporal than holding a phantom. He was nothing but a memory, a recreation. He felt like a doll. There was no warmth when I held him. A stark reminder that he was fake, like the spirits I had felt in the training center. But our pain was real. You fought well. A shame your talents were squandered like so. Let it finally end. Let me see her. With a swift slice of Came's blade, I witnessed my Felix head fall to the floor right in front of me. Oh. It was like every fiber of my heart was torn apart piece by piece until there was nothing left in its place. You! Oh my god.
You killed him.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I whispered, my eyes trained on the head before me. Reapers can also be the force to take a life away when absolutely necessary. I carried out the execution of the tyrant of Berenger, as unworthy of my blade as he was. This is what happens when our actions go unchecked. Do you understand now? I was beyond listening. Everything overwhelmed me and my eyes were blinded by my tears. There was a sudden light. We perhaps were returning to the hall we were in before the execution had finished after all. I couldn't tell or be bothered to comprehend. My body was racked with shaking sobs. I knew he had died. I knew he had been all alone, but seeing him surrounded by nothing in darkness and crumbling walls without a friend in sight, I at least had one person who didn't loathe me in the end. He had absolutely no one. Stop! I'm gonna cry! Ah! Oh my gosh, and congrats on the 35 watch streak, bro! That's crazy! Thank goodness the save stream streak exists. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm literally gonna cry. Ah. Okay. All he wanted was to be with me again. We both died miserably. I should have never left him. Jay. I felt a pair of arms wrap around me from behind, and I flailed in panic. It was too much. Everything was too much. I couldn't take it anymore. I was squirming. I didn't want Kame anywhere near me. I wanted nothing to do with him. A new shadow joined us, and with it, a familiar and comforting voice.
Where are you? Ah, Aries, there you are.
Fast footsteps slowed in front of me. He quietly took in the scene.
And came. I heard from Lilia that you brought her here to show her. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you out of your mind? Why must you return to such a dark time?
It is to learn.
Will you apologize, Kame?
The serious tone that he had cowered us all into submission earlier had returned. I will do no such.
Perhaps not today, but when you return to some semblance of decency, you will apologize to her and to me.
Thank you, Valefar. He's traumatizing me. To him. Did this have to do with him as well? His tone held an air of finality as he turned away from Kame to attend to me. Valefar leaned down, and while his hand shook with hesitation, he had taken out a handkerchief to dab my eyes and down my cheeks.
Do not shed tears over a ghost that is not worth your pain. No more. Let today be the closure you find, and free yourself of him. Let his villainy die in unimportance.
I don't think it's that easy, guys. You can know someone's a horrible person, but if they're like your family or friends or loved ones, it makes it really hard to like see them as a villain even when you know they've done bad things, because like your love for them as a person sometimes can override like the logical sense of when you don't know a person. Dude, I'm gonna cry. Perhaps it's not the time to talk about this.
Forgive me. Consider it a reminder.
We looked at each other, and the hall remained eerily silent. Finally, we heard the sound of Kame's withdrawing footsteps. I'll go get the car ready, while she calms down with you. Valefar was reluctant to touch me. I knew that he always shied away from touch, but I worried there was more to it today. I cared highly for his opinion, and the last thing I wanted was to lose it. I heard what happened to Sierra. Are you not angry with me as well?
I know better than to kick you while you are down. We can discuss this when you've recovered, physically and mentally.
I look forward to it.
For now, we should go home. How are you feeling?
I want to die.
Ah, well.
I think I'm gonna make the music a little quieter. Well, see if I can. This is one thing I know I was struggling with before. This one all the way. Try lowering this one a little bit more. Might try just turning up the game for you guys. I'm tweaking with stuff because I feel like sometimes the music gets so loud that it's like hard for you guys to hear what they're saying. Good part for them. Wow, y'all's eardrums. Maybe like that? I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna hope that's good. Let's see, we'll see. It's so loud so fast. I don't know. You guys let me know if I need to adjust it more. Alright. He looked at me awkwardly, as if at a loss for words.
I'm unsure how to offer comfort. Do you wish me to hold you like Aries did? To carry you?
It looks like it did. Okay. It feels strange to ask. For a man always so composed, it was bizarre seeing him out of his element. Had I been in a happier state of mind, I might have laughed.
Right. Well, let me just...
He studied me, and after finally deciding where to put his hands, he took me into a princess carry. Forgive me, my... Jay. I will be quicker to take you home, so that you can rest this way. Oh, wait. No, maybe that's wrong. Sorry, guys. I just keep trying to come up with theories. So he is like, oh, and apologized to me. I still have a feeling that, like, one of these guys must have been alive during her time, right? But no, I feel like maybe that still wouldn't make sense. Do you think he was the executioner boy? Surely she would remember that, if he was. And this is just him older? Don't mind me. I'm just coming up with crazy theories. This is my thought process whenever I play games like this, is I'm like trying to think of like how they're connected ahead of time. Most of the time it's wrong, but hey, you never know.
If this is uncomfortable for you, please let me know at once.
It was terribly awkward, especially with how uncomfortable he himself was. But he was also so sincere that I let our trip pass in silence. I was touched by the gesture. I thought, though, I had little room in my heart for such a moment. I was given the back seat to myself, and Valefar had laid a spare blanket over me. Valefar and Aries shared serious murmurs, likely about our poor angelic friend. Once he had safely seen me off home, Valefar let us go look after Sierra. I sat sadly in my bed and insisted on watching over him too, but I wasn't allowed to until I became stable again. I missed Sierra. I missed Valefar. He was always a steady presence, and I felt the lack of it right now. Aries did his best to fill the gap, though he made sure I steadied myself, drank lots of water, and tucked me under a pile of several blankets. But it still felt cold. After some time, I heard the door open and close. I wondered if it was Zafan, but it was Valefar's velvet voice carrying through my home.
I've returned. I've told Aries to sleep, so I will keep you company for now.
I was immediately surprised he had returned. With Aries at my side, there wasn't really a need for him to be here. But I was grateful all the same. He hasn't slept?
He's worried, as am I. I thought you would be asleep by now.
It's difficult. I see. Shall I keep you company? He looked around for a chair, something to sit on, but there was nothing of that sort. He settled on the edge of the bed, maintaining a very polite distance. How are you feeling? I still want to die. I was a blob of depression, anxiety, regret, and pathetic self-pity. They should have just let me sleeping in that room after all.
Well, as you know, it isn't a pleasant experience.
He rubbed his neck, clearly taken aback by my bleak reply. You're right, I just end up back here.
No, that's not what would happen. But that is not the point.
He sighed and leaned forward and clasped his hands together.
Listen, what Kane did was very wrong.
This sounded like the sort of lecture that I was not in the mood for. And what I did
is a matter for another day. Now that you have seen the end, I hope that you can move on.
I mean, yeah, they're being really hard on her. But, like, she didn't know better. It's not like she knew she was keeping them, like, locking them into a death sentence. She was trying to do the right thing. So, like, yeah, I get what she did was really bad. But she was trying to do her best. And I feel like they could have explained that to her beforehand. Especially when he saw the brothers. Maybe that's something they could have explained earlier. Like, But, like, she's still very new to this world. It's not like she knew that she was sending them for death. She was trying to protect them. You know, and not only was she trying to protect them, but she was also trying to protect her friend because she didn't want him to have to hurt his own brothers. So, like, I feel like she was trying her best. Now that you've seen the end, I hope that you can move on. You really seem to want me to.
It's for the best. You need not burden yourself with feelings for a villain no longer.
Right. Something about that stung me.
It's painful now. What Cain did should never have been done. But I hope you can recover for all the better.
I had nothing to say to that. I knew all he said was correct, and his words were born of good intent.
Things may be different after this, but I will be by your side.
With that, he turned off the light and pushed the door. A small sliver of light kept me from being left in utter darkness, as the silhouette lingered a little longer by the entrance. You'll be here?
Right here. If I need to go check on Sayer, I will let you know, but I will always return.
Sayer. I feel like I always say his name. Sayer.
This, I swear.
Then, could you stay next to me until you have to leave?
Would it please you?
Very much so. He nodded elegantly and returned. The light remained off, but he took the seat next to me. His hands remained folded in his lap, and he stared fixedly at the ceiling. You're not on guard, you know. I'll send you away if you don't ease up.
Forgive me. I am not used to being in such close quarters with.
Aw, he's so cute! I don't know what was wrong with me, but seeing him struggle so much about something so simple did lift my spirits. I appreciate the effort.
Good night.
Let's go! Yeah, dang, that took me like 40 minutes. Yeah, it's probably a good thing I didn't play that last night. I would have been streaming for a long time. And I would have been a sobbing mess. Oh, ayo. Whoa. This was a triviality. It was nothing to worry with others with. Or so I had been telling myself every day for the last couple months. In the last 6 months that had passed since the trial, I had swapped duties with Sayer. Although my job title remained the same, this meant that I had been spending longer and longer time in heaven. These blue patterns grew on my body, growing harder to ignore. I scratched them again and again every day, despite it being futile. And I could kid myself no longer. Would this consume me too? Was it because I was a reaper spending over long in heaven? There was no taint on my soul that I knew of, but perhaps it was because I did not belong here as a reaper. Perhaps my soul recognized that I had forced my way into a family that could never be mine. I laughed bitterly. Ah. Is my time coming to an end? As someone who refused to hold on, yet did not want to let go, I did not know what to feel. I wasn't ready to depart. A flicker of me wished to live, even if I did not deserve it. I had to accomplish so much more, to do more good, to do the right by them. How could I die with these regrets again? I did not think I could die again in the afterlife. Would my soul be extinguished then? My last breath, I would serve them in every way I failed in which to serve my own, and to make up for my failures. Such was my final purpose. Is he dying? It would be alright. Another glass?
It would be boorish to decline.
I let a few polite moments settle from when he refilled my glass of the amber liquid to when I tilted it back. Hours blended together these days, with the only reprieve of whiskey proving to be more useful than a calendar. A pretext to ensure that Kane had not rotted away, sulking in a corner. But the whiskey was a strong motive. My hours split between heaven and stasis, but the work was not. Double the workload, double the efficiency.
The reports.
I dumped a stack of various paper clipped files on Kane's coffee table, more unceremoniously than usual. A few of the report were of his own assignments, but I had taken the assignment of my own accord, and I realized that he had been sleeping in his office more often than not, likely hunting for his brothers every moment he could. If only I could reveal that one of them was safe. But the second the secret slipped, I knew that the politics too would shift unfavorably. They are running you ragged, you know.
There is nothing to be done about it.
Not when it was the way to keep them off our backs. Losing Sierra was a blow to the angels. I offered my services to stay in their good graces. A lapdog again I was.
It's not like you have any qualms about me shouldering your work either.
I expected his usual easy grin at my ribbing, but his mouth was pulled too tight for it to be natural. Ah, but you are so good at it. A beat passed, ice rattled in his glass, and he sighed. You need not pity me with your visits, Valefar. I pulled out a stack of envelopes from my coat and handed them to him. Each was addressed to Aina in cursive script that grew sloppier with every letter. I did not take you to be a stalker, Kame. Now, that is a very unfair interpretation. He clasped his fingers together, resting his head against them until it looked like he was praying. I am trying my best to apologize to her. I've left voicemails, texts. Pen and paper is where my forte lies, whereas my tongue may wag too impatiently, too brutishly. And yet, you deem me this avenue of recourse? I bristled. I would not have him play the victim.
It causes her mental anguish.
I brandished a finger at him angrily. He was a man that was hundreds of years old. Surely this was common sense. And you're her keeper now, my friend? He scoffed aversively. His stature shifting, pleading to arrogant in a matter of moments. How ironic of you to care for her. My good humor was thoroughly exhausted.
I see you have learned nothing in the past 6 months. Your tongue wags too cruelly indeed, and your sense of decency is as capricious as ever. You think you know all, and yet you have been wrong at every turn. This will be the reason for your solitude.
Real. I hated the part of myself that lost control and had to always shamefully rein back in. Some barbs were not meant to be exchanged on either part of ours.
Forgive me, it has been a long day. I will take my leave.
As I stood up and left without another wrong location.
This.
The files in my hand were too heavy to ignore.
I just need to take this to the mail chutes, and...
Valefar! Valefar?
Oh my gosh, is he gonna collapse?
Oh god, what do I do?
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What if he's dead? I'll join him if that's an option. In my arms dangled a limp Valefar. Panic was not adequate enough, but I could afford to lose my head after I actually laid him down. I gingerly lay him on the couch, trying not to drag him over much. While my Reaper body and training made me stronger than I ever was, my shoulder occasionally twinged from pain of my injury. I shook him lightly. No response. I shook him harder. Drat. I put my cheek to his chest to see if he was still breathing. Thud, thud, thud. His heartbeat, along with the rise and fall of his chest, how the heck do you say that? How do you say that? Assuaged my worries? Not only would I have lost it if Valefar died, it would be all the worse if it happened in front of me. Not that him fainting was all that better. I was a terrible omen to all.
Are there any healers around?
Now that Sarah was no longer an angel, who could I call? Like a raging storm, in came the worst savior one could ask for. What's going on here? There were all the scandal of a noblewoman clutching his pearls and whatnot. It's not what you think! I had whipped from Aries to Valefar, my hands flailing about in a manner that helped no one.
He fainted, and...
He stirred beneath me. Oh! I could crumble in relief. Which I did, right against him. Valefar opened his eyes slowly, while fidgeting about and pushing against me. Oh, sorry, let me just get... His eyes opened entirely at my voice, and I would have laughed at his expression, had the following not occurred. He sat up in a terrified jolt, pushing me in what I hope was a reflective move, and sending me to the floor in a pathetic heap. Ow! Oi! Aries knelt down to me and steadied me up, while throwing a dirty look at Valefar.
Pardon me, I'm a little overwhelmed right now.
He was pinching the bridge of his nose, and his eyes strained against the light. He looks like a ghost.
I remember coming here for a break, and then, well...
Look at him blush! She's so cute! Seeing him blush was so adorable that I could easily forgive him for knocking me over. Not that I actually blamed him in the first place.
You fainted, and I took you to the couch.
This didn't explain why I was on top of him, so I looked at the wall instead as I addressed the point.
And I was checking to see if you were alive.
Valefar gave me a sage nod.
Well, it would have been unfortunate to die on you.
The year has been difficult for you as is. His smile was too wan. The worry of his health drained me of mine. Is it normal for Reapers to pass out? I fainted when I was hurt, I think. No, it's not. Our heads whipped towards Cam, who had just entered the lounge with disappointment etched across his elegant features. I've told you that you are always wearing yourself thin.
This is not the first time in my life that I have, perhaps, worked a little more than usual.
It may be the last if you continue this way.
Come on now, have you ever heard of a Reaper die of exhaustion?
You might be the first.
You are all so morbid.
Weren't you the one who thought Valefar had keeled over and died? Our voices melted together as we started yelling at each other for no sensible reason. Valefar rested his head between his knees, giving up on all of us.
You all are worsening this headache.
Fine. Bickering here never solved anything. As your superior, I demand that you stop working for today.
But my...
Nope, it is enough.
I could go for some liquor.
Ever the opportunist, Aries cut in with no small amount of glee. Well, if the boss orders a break, then let's all get some drinks, I did not recall dismissing the rest of you, but oh, very well. And for the last time, do not call me the boss. But you just... let it be. While we were happily nursing our long missed drinks, we didn't have the rowdy energy of earlier. Explaining to a thoroughly confused and then worried Sierra and Stefan, we had managed to regroup at Keem's home after months. But now we all twiddle our thumbs while drinking. For once, Valefar was the main driver of conversation. Which went to show how dire the situation was.
So, Keem, have you been able to look at the reports I gave you last night?
Yes, I have. Not work, small talk. Gosh.
Stefan, I got your car detailed last week. Have you checked all is in order?
Oh, I was wondering why it looks so clean. His attention returned back to his watch, where some short videos of cats were playing. We came here to help Valefar feel better, but he was looking more peaky by the moment. The silence was killing me too. I'll come to the rescue. Valefar, when was the last time you took a break? This question did not appear to aid him whatsoever. His gaze kept markedly away from my own. Still, I had the odd sense it wasn't because of his lack of self-care. He hadn't looked at me at all since he had woken up to me staring right at him. Was he offended that I thought he had died? How do I apologize for that properly? They don't sell "sorry I thought you were dead" greeting cards after all.
I take my rest plenty. Thank you very much.
Is that right? Then why were you keeling over? The floor is hardly a place to take a nap. It's not very comfortable at all. And why'd you knock Jay over? Aries had been eager to share that tidbit, though the liar had also claimed that I was trying to seduce Valefar, which was the real reason he fainted.
I'm a grown man. All of this fussing is going to be very irksome indeed. I am the last person in need of a babysitter, unlike the rest of you.
I never heard Valefar snap before. We flinched in unison and Valefar's shoulders slumped with such weariness. I wanted to wrap him in a blanket. Although that would only awaken his newly uncovered ear.
Forgive me. I know you all mean well, but I can take care of myself. Perhaps heaven does not suit a Reaper's body well, and needs time to adjust to such prolonged times of exposure. My remedy is this.
He held up a glass of amber liquid, forcing his usual wry grin, even as his lips twitched more than they ought to from the movement.
And I assure you, I take this medicine often enough.
Wait, you've been coming here to drink? Valefar smiled in an obviously sort of way, pointing at the files littered around the room, all the more smug to have one over on Aries. Good grief, he was working so hard and also making the time to see Keem?
Did you think I could handle you folk by being sober all the time?
Well, it's hardly fair that you get to be drunk all by yourself. Yes, how could you not share with us? My doors were never closed. Although no one looked directly at me, I felt all of their thoughts aimed towards me in the most disconcerting way. Far be it from the Alright. Far be it from me to further splinter the group apart or to add to Valefar's woes.
Well, since Keem is so hospitable, I think we should prevail upon his hosting, right?
Hear, hear. Although the tension would need time to fade away, you can never put all of us into a room without it becoming too rowdy. I spotted Valefar looking brighter than I had seen him in a while, and when he thought I wasn't looking, he snuck a grateful glance to me. I thought Valefar would only act awkwardly for a little while. Perhaps it was just for that day. I mean, I did practically sit on him after all. But he adamantly refused to make eye contact since that day. Normally I wouldn't hesitate to ask so much as ask why, but it was Valefar, And he was always so steadfast, reliable, and, well, it made me feel somewhat ashamed.
Hey, Valefar, are we going to Kames later?
Yes, I shall meet you and Aries after work.
He's gone. Would you like some more?
No, thank you.
But then he accepted a refill from Cayman immediately after. It's because he's shy! He's a shy
Could you pass
boy!
me the butter?
And we're a pretty girl!
Oh, it's closer to me. I can...
Zafan? Ah, thank you.
Alright, this is absolutely absurd. He won't even acknowledge my existence now. I settled with imagining myself chucking butter at his head. I will get to the bottom of this.
Hey, Valefar, could we...
I have to get back to work. Later.
Coward. Perhaps I should challenge him to a duel. Then he would have to face me. I cursed under my breath and sat down at my desk. I booted up my email, ignoring all the unread messages as I opened the latest email instead. The fate shined upon me for once. Oh-ho! Can't avoid me now, can you? Valefar was eating crow as he came up behind me, looming over me more like a reaper than a gentle guardian he usually was.
We are assigned together. I told them I did not need assistance.
He muttered the latter statement under his breath. What was that?
Nothing. Come then. Let us get going. How familiar are you with purgatory?
I've only had fleeting dreams. I haven't returned here since Sayer brought me to return my memories. Slowly, but painfully.
Ah, and how goes that?
Slowly, but... The same visions of death and destruction haunted me, mainly in flashes. I tried to reach for, but could never grasp. They were taunting me, and I slowly wished to lobotomize myself.
Well, no matter. I shall tell you why you're here with me, what I have been doing, and how you may be of assistance.
I was quite irritated with him. Even so, I could not help but notice how elegantly he spoke. He could easily be a professor, or a leader of some sort.
So, we have quite the conundrum to solve here. Souls that have been cleared to go to heaven have gone missing.
What? How is that possible?
That is what we are to find out. Perhaps they are absconding.
Fearing heaven? That seems unlikely. After all, who wouldn't want to go to heaven? They're quite the choosy bunch.
It is an exclusive venue.
But nothing special, if you ask me. Very overrated indeed. Yeah, says the guy who turned it down to become a Reaper. What the heck? I can't think why I'd be the right pick for this mission.
My assignments have all been taking people to either heaven or hell, but never beyond. Especially since they still shoo me off at the gate.
Valefar chuckled, shaking his head fondly. Then he cleared his throat.
As you have spent so much time in purgatory, the higher-ups believe you may have an affinity for the place. Perhaps you may be drawn to somewhere that we may not notice due to it. Somewhere we may have overlooked.
You think I'll find the lost souls because I was forgotten here for centuries?
More or less.
An honorary lost soul. Sighed.
I've been demoted to a bloodhound. If Aries was here, he'd say, be grateful you're not being scorched in hell like a rotisserie chicken, I guess.
Now you have me craving one.
I'll ask Sayer to pick one up for dinner.
We walked along the paths for quite a while, around and around in circles. We aren't lost, are we? The only sight that remained constant was Valefar's broad back in front of me.
We are not, but but I do not fault you for believing so. Has anyone caught your attention?
No, but I do have to admit, it almost feels like I'm at home. I've been walking for quite some time. To my execution, then after I died. Valefar flinched and stopped walking.
What do you recall of that time?
My execution? I remember being booed, the townsfolk tossing food at me. A waste it was. I had cut off their supply lines after all. I only had one friend at the very end.
Truly?
Yes, indeed. A knight. He was a sweet thing, a little younger than me, but very earnest. I hope he lived well.
He was with you till the end, you say?
Yes, he escorted me to the gallows and protected me from the townsfolk. He allowed me as that small dignity in the end.
If he was such a friend of yours, then he could have helped you escape. Do you not resent him for that?
It would be so cool if Valefar was the knight that was our friend at the end. I just want one of them to be connected to her real life. We're gonna have to keep hearing my "and what if they were this person" theories until one of them is.
Goodness. Never. He was the last person I wanted to drag down into the mess we'd created.
Let's do a save point. Save here. I would say he was only doing his job, maybe? Or... I don't know, these are both good options. I like them both. I don't know which one I should pick, honestly. Maybe I'll see what they say and I'll see if I like either of them better. But I think I'm leaning towards, I mean, it wasn't his fault. He was only doing his job.
Do you truly believe that?
I don't know anymore. I mean, look at all that's happened to us, but I do believe he was too young to realize otherwise.
You weren't that much older when you died, like you said.
Some things age you quickly. Enough of my friends and family had died because of me. I just wanted someone I cared about to make it out all right. I know, it's selfish. Why spare my own, yet lead others to my cause? I never claimed to be selfless, Valefar. My revolution was born of vengeance.
Yet your final act was to die for Felix. And you do not blame this friend of yours. I would have. How could a friend allow another to die?
I wanted him to live well. A spirit like his, it was the last enduring thing in a rotten world.
Indeed. Yet when the war came, his spirit too was likely trampled. Had he saved you instead, he could have flourished just as you had dreamed for him.
Valefar was oddly bitter, blaming the poor knight that he didn't even know the name of. No, Valefar. I made the choice to walk. I was firmer than I'd like to be, but I know he didn't mean to ruffle my feathers, but he didn't know what my friend. How could Valefar know what it was like for him? Ending the conversation on a dour note, we continued on and on. Okay, let me save. I'm gonna see if I like the other option better or if I want to stick with this one. Okay. We'll save here. I'm gonna see if I like it or not. Load. Someone of young assumption first his neck. Okay, yeah, so he goes, you weren't that much older when you died, like you said. Okay, so this one just kind of skips out that first part. I don't know, I still feel like really half and half between the two options, honestly.
Yet your final act was to die for Felix. And you do not blame this friend of yours. I would have. How could a friend allow another to die?
I guess we could. I don't know.
Indeed. Yet when the war came, his spirit too was likely trampled. Had he saved you instead, he could have flourished just as you had dreamed for him.
I guess we can stick with the second one, that he's young. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we could stick with that, maybe. I don't know. Let's make a choice and stick with it. I can't keep going back and forth. I just don't know. Again. Get on. I don't know, I kind of like the first one that he was just doing his job. Oh, but he was young. I don't know. I guess we'll pull here because this was our first choice, so I guess we'll go with our first choice. Alright, anyways. Continuing on. This place makes me so sleepy. I was yawning when I walked straight into a door. Oof! Oh my, what is this now? It looks like our door.
That is the reincarnation gate. It looks rather unused.
He stroked his fingers along the door, and a film of dust coated his fingertips. He flicked it off.
Back in my time, they were having everyone use it.
Oh? How come?
There were a lot of deaths back then, where I lived. The angels were having difficulty creating new souls, as it expended too much energy. Thus, they were pushing reincarnation upon souls, even those that did not have their sins entirely purged.
A lot of people also died during my time. Did that mean the same thing happened to everyone in that era too? Did that mean my family too had already reincarnated? The war after I died was when so many lives had been lost. So if they died before the war, then surely not.
Then my family... I had always assumed that they would be waiting for me in heaven. Valefar, please. Please tell me you know what happened to them.
My words were slurring together in my anxious dread and desperation. It couldn't be, no.
I am sorry.
No. No, no, no.
We had looked a long time ago, and they had all reincarnated before I became a Reaper.
Oh, dang. Oh.
I thought that I would be able to see them again eventually if...
I was gasping through my words as a dizziness gripped my head. What if what?
If only I worked hard enough.
I sank down to my knees, holding my head in my hand.
I never avenged them, and now I won't ever see them again. I can never apologize to them for ruining them. My mother, my father, my sister, they loved me more than anything, and they suffered because of me. I feel like I'm losing them all over again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they got reincarnated, they probably wouldn't remember their past life when they die again, huh?
I had always just assumed that I would see them again, that I would just persevere in... I'm sorry, I'm a rambling mess, and we don't really have time for this.
Poor girl. He stood behind me, his hands hovered near the top of my head. I at least situated upon my hair. It at last situated upon my hair, gently patting me awkwardly, but with an effort that made me sniffle harder. I missed being held by my family, but at least I still had my past. At least I still had head pats left in my life.
You have lived well, and you will see them again eventually.
But would they even remember me? I knew the answer before he confirmed yet another blow to my heart.
No, I am afraid not.
I sniffled again, shedding some more of my composure I had regained. Sorry, I know I'm taking up time and...
Do not apologize. Let it all out. We have time.
He paused, then patted my head again.
You have time to mourn.
After crying for some time, Valefar insisted that I go back home for today to recover, but I preferred to stay and work in order to distract myself. I'm the same way. When I'm grieving, I prefer to be kept busy. I don't like sitting and stewing in my thoughts and emotions. Even if it's healthy to do that sometimes, I can't do it. In front of me was a deceptively simple gate, although the steps to it were ethereally charming. This is the gate to heaven. Spirits pass through here when they've been deemed purged of their sins. Can they not seek through here?
It would simply not accept them. It would fall out the other side.
I looked over the other side, was a very, very far below, with a tiny pond to catch the miscreants.
I wonder if there's anything wrong with the gate itself.
He started examining the frame closely as his palm floating down over the surface like a tinker. Have the angels not conducted a check? He scoffed.
They'd refuse to accept that anything under their jurisdiction is faulty. I had offered the idea, of course, but they were affronted.
These angels, man. Valefar tutted and shook his head. Stepping back, he clapped his hands to shake off the magic and nodded towards the entryway.
Seeing that this case is now in our hands, no one can take offense to my inspection. Let us step through and see if anything happens to us.
But what if something does happen to us?
A chance we may have to take. However, you are free to stay behind. I only suggested you come through with me because, well, you have not had many chances to see heaven as of yet.
Oh, you knew my curiosity too well. If you're going to tease me, at least have the decency to look at me. Without fanfare, Valefar stepped through. We could have counted to 3 at least. Do I just follow him? With all the sorcery I had yet to learn, I wasn't entirely sure if there was some sort of input I missed. But in the best case, if nothing were to happen, or the gate could just spit me back out like one would a raisin when expecting a chocolate chip cookie. Preferably back in the direction in this direction. I had no desire at all to fall into that tiny little pond today. Holy, what a marvel! I'd never seen anything like this, never even dreamed of it. What little I saw in the outskirts was nothing, absolutely nothing compared to this serene beauty. I couldn't stop the tears as I inhaled the scent. It was everything I loved, the scent of fresh bread, cedar, of grass, of aged wine, and the fresh breeze. Sarah once lived here, and I got him kicked out. Oh, to lose a home here. It would devastate me. What a shame my loved ones never got the chance. No more tears. I can see why no one denies this place.
I did once. They had offered it to me after serving as a reaper for some decades.
What? Why would you?
It did not feel like I belonged.
I turned to address his wild claim, but what I saw terrified me too much to abandon the subject entirely. Valefar, you're dripping in sweat. What's going on?
Forget about me. How are you doing?
What do you mean, forget about you?
So severe was his glare that I shut up and answered him most differently. I'm fine. Perfectly fine.
Then, I do not think this gate is faulty. Of course, I cannot be too hasty in jumping to conclusions.
I was used as bait?
Nonsense. I would never. You were a fully fledged Reaper. I did not think your soul would be in any danger. But I suspected a bout of vertigo, or something similar.
Is that what happened to you? You look like you're about to faint again. I reached out to touch his arm, but he jerked away.
I am fine, truly. I have some matters to discuss with the angels. Please, make your way back to the office, and let me know when you have arrived safely.
Ha! I'm being dismissed. I can't exactly blame him for being curt, though. He looks like... not good. But I've had enough of listening to him. He might be wise and strong, but he certainly is not infallible. Fine, have it your way.
Thank you for understanding.
Mm-hmm. I grabbed his arm, and despite him trying to wrench it away, I opened my watch and hit the button that took us back home to stasis. My relief, finally, the last of Valefar's patients snapped. Good. No more of that stoic warrior act.
Do you think I spend all day having fun? That I can afford to lollygag around?
Hey now. As opposed to...
I've been working this job for hundreds of years. I cannot afford any mistakes. I cannot afford to slack off. Everything is upon my shoulders! But you refuse to see that. How dare you force my return? How dare you keep me from my job?
Bruh, you are too addicted to your work, man. It's the afterlife. It's not that serious. Maybe you're too blind to see when you need help. Dude, you're dripping in sweat and we know? She doesn't know, but we know. Dude's got a freaking... an issue. He's got like a blue hole almost in him. What the heck? We'll make another save though. You can never have to. Ooh, actually. Yes.
Are you the guide I must follow? Lord help us all then.
My face fell, remorse flooded his countenance. I was going out of the way to, to tick him off, but still, ouch. I could see how he got along so well with Kame.
I was way out of line. Please forgive me. I will see you later when I have a clear head. Do not wait up for me.
With that, he vanished through the door once more, out of sight, but certainly not out of mind. The thought of me if I go after him now. I should have Kame can look after him. He's the only one that can pull rank out of us. Kame? Jay, this is quite the surprise. Valefar isn't feeling too well, but he's insisting on working in heaven. You think you could keep an eye on him? There was an awkward pause. I am currently not allowed to go there. Pardon? After the case, I am barred from entry indefinitely. And they let me in? You went in with Valefar, didn't you? I suppose they looked the other way due to your current task. Carrot and stick, if you will. Well, if that's all you have to say, then I'll call one of the others. Thanks for nothing. Good day to you too, Jay. Hey, can one of you guys go after Valefar? He's about to die, but he threw me out of heaven and went off by himself. You realize I can read this, correct? That's not even remotely what happened. I shall see to it, Jay. Don't you have a report to do? Thank you for finishing it on my behalf. I love Sarah. Ooh. Bring back some holy water. And can you ask Rune to replace some of the vintages? He keeps forgetting. Oh, this is what's. Oh, this is a chat with Kim in it? Who's Rune? I'm silencing my notifications. People are troublesome. Oh. The doorbell rang and my sense of self-preservation demanded that I not open it. Unfortunately, I rarely ever listened to it, so I peeked out the peephole to see Valefar standing there, crossing his arms. Come with me. Who could deny such an imposing figure?
You meant well, but you had no right to do so.
Why? You're just like Kame telling me, you can't do this, you can't do that, you have no right.
Well, perhaps he is occasionally right.
So you can look after me, but I can't do the same? Yes, I make mistakes, and maybe I shouldn't help since I make things worse. I don't want to burden you, Valefar.
What are you trying to say? I will not have you stand here and berate yourself while I'm trying to...
He sputtered, aiming to find the correct phrase to scold me with.
To lecture me?
I offered unhelpfully.
Damn it!
Yes, that's right. Release the anger. I wanted him to deflate like a balloon to achieve inner peace.
Everything I do is to protect you and the others.
And yourself?
To hell with myself!
Bruh, I care!
I'm an old man. An old, weary man.
Only because you choose to be. You do not look a day over 40, Valefar, and I know the others are older than you. Who asked you to protect us all? Why is it all on you? We never asked for a savior. Why won't you let yourself rest? Why are you running yourself ragged, doing God only knows what behind our backs? Do you have a martyr complex?
Do you?
Fair point.
This isn't about me. This is about you. You think you're helping us, but you're worrying us sick. And telling me that you're doing it for us? Do you think that's going to make us feel better? It's going to make us feel like crap, Valefar.
I'm not doing this to make you feel grateful, guilty, or some nonsense, and you know this.
Then act like it! Act like it, Valefar!
I do not have time to be frivolous!
Yes, you do!
I don't!
Look me in the eye when you yell at me.
We have certainly lost the plot. No. Ugh. He burst into a fit of laughter. Oh my god, I broke him.
I cannot look at you when I yell at you, for look at what has become of me.
He threw his hands up in surrender, bellowing laughter that I didn't even know he was capable of.
I feel utterly ridiculous. It is unforgivable to yell at you, and even more to laugh like this. This is unbecoming of a gentleman. I have truly lost my marbles.
He wiped tears of mirth from his eyes and sighed, leaning his head back into the wall.
Yet, I feel better than I have in ages. You riled me up on purpose, didn't you?
Maybe.
You are more like Aries than you think you are.
Give me a second, guys. My nose is so itchy. I don't like it. Hey! I thought we were making up!
We are. It was not a dig.
I'm sorry for dragging you back.
Are you really?
He saw right through me, and I had the decency to pretend to be a little sheepish. No, you looked like you were going to faint again.
I will be more careful with my health, I promise you.
I saw right through him too. And in return, I will give you a little more warning. Translation, if you don't, I'll keep dragging you back by the ear. We were at a stalemate.
Let us check on you too. It feels like you don't trust us enough when you don't tell us things.
I hear you. Loud and clear.
Liar.
I simply do not wish to burden you with something I can handle on my own.
And look where that's gotten me. We shared a bitter laugh. I wish to stay out here from some time longer. Shall I escort you back? No need, Val. I'm an expert with the elevator now. Don't you know?
Indeed you are. Sleep well, my friend. Good night.
Sweet dreams.
I haven't been distancing myself enough.
He's 100% the knight. He's 100% the knight. I may have missed with my first guess with Aries. He's 100% the knight. There's no way he's not the knight. And he feels guilty because he didn't save us. Because if he had saved us, the war wouldn't have broken out. None of that crazy stuff would have happened. Everyone would have lived a better life. And even though he lived a good, noble life and served time as a reaper and could have gone to heaven, he feels guilty because he knows that if he saved her, a lot of good would have came to the world. And so he feels guilty. And he feels like she deserved to have been saved. And he didn't do it. And that's why he's distancing himself. Because he feels guilty. He feels like he doesn't deserve to be her friend. Because she died so young. And he got to live a longer life. I'm convincing myself of this, guys. I can be wrong. I don't care. I feel like this is a great theory.
The marks on my skin burned like a brand, creeping towards my heart.
Bro, he's gonna die!
I looked inside and, while they had yet to surpass my ribs, it was inevitable that they would. Damned angels never make things easier.
Not that I could afford to put a toe out of line. I would have never brought her to this investigation otherwise.
How do you find something that is lost? A bloody fool's errand.
I chuckled again for some time.
Such a spirited woman. I am heartened to see that she has not lost her fire. But I need that fire far from me.
If I allowed it to catch me, it would burn me up. It was too late to want to live, and I fear it was too late for me to want to live, and I fear she made me yearn for that. A moment of want. It was all that was needed to cause this despair to rise in me. Regrets were crashing into me like waves on a shore.
I wept.
For all I lost, for all I will lose, for all I would never accomplish, for the stirring in my heart that I had long since quelled and vanquished returned to me, for breaking my own oaths. It's not fair. I never asked for much. I could not live out my days doing what I failed to do in my life. This was punishment for falling to cowardice. This remorse could swallow me whole. For the first time since I had died, I wept. This was everything I had avoided. I never wanted to yearn, but oh, how a man fell victim to such ill emotions. Aww. Never think that Valefar could cry. What was he mourning for so sorrowfully? A burden shared was a burden halved. I felt that I failed to as his friend. But even I knew to leave him alone to his tears that night. I left as silently as I could, not wanting him to know that I had eavesdropped on what was meant to be his most vulnerable. Oh, Valefar. Girl, he's mourning over you, because he didn't save you. Sweet dreams, Valefar. People are vultures. I'd stopped by Glen Bakery on my way back home. Like dogs, my dears had sniffed their ways. I laughed as my sister Vera descended upon me first, followed by Felix. I shoved a petite four into Felix's mouth, and he swallowed it whole with a wink. My sister nibbled carefully on her cookie. The knight. What was his name again? He shuffled shyly behind them both. Ever since his training squadron had moved to our area, we had been spending more and more time together. You did not think I would forget about you. Oh my gosh! Ah! Guys, this is gonna get me. I am such a freaking, I am so soft to, knights in media. I love knights more than I like princes. If you have a princess and a knight, I will 100% always prefer a princess with a knight over a princess with a prince. I love knights. I love the knight dynamic. I love a knight and a lady. I just think it's so beautiful. Oh, and he's her knight. He was her knight. He was meant to protect her. I think that's very sweet. I smiled and handed him a wrapped package of raspberry coulis. He would never tell me what he liked most, but I noticed he had favored berries and custard. Have you gotten strong yet?
Negative. I have handed his ass to him yet again.
I spotted a bruise forming on the knight's neck and smacked Felix, who choked on his dessert. Go easy on him! Vera mumbled some form of agreement, or perhaps it was simply appreciation for a third pastry in her mouth. Vera eats like a bird, people always say. Such lies. Eats like a turkey, perhaps. Felix wiped the tears from his eyes, frowning at me with indignation. I patted his back until he stopped coughing, after which he cleared his throat and righted himself.
Hey now, he's not a child. He needs to be able to face anything.
Still, you could stand to be nicer. I wiped some frosting from the corner of his lips, even as I admonished him. My young knight friend blushed and averted his gaze away from the two of us. I fondly patted his head not to leave him out. You're doing well already. I know you're going to make a great leader someday. Here, have some more. More? Take it. It's all for
He
you.
looks like a squirrel with his cheeks all stuffed. If you weigh him down with sweets, he really will not be able to fight anyone, let alone me.
Before I could retort, a jolt woke me up. He's 100% this night. I know it. I know it in my heart of hearts. Oh, my nose is so itchy. I think I'm gonna open a window, guys. Give me a second. I'm gonna open up my window. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Alrighty. Sorry about that. My nose is so itchy. Like, I don't really get allergies anymore. But every once in a while I get like an itchy nose. Ugh. Not fun. Also use the opportunity to take a little bathroom break. But hopefully my nose will stop itching. We'll see. Alright. Oh, it was a dream. The most wonderful memory. It was the first nice memory I've had, which led me to doubt if it actually happened or if it was something my mind had conjured up to as a salve against the horrid vivid ones I had recently. It was too much for me to ask for a few more moments to bask in peace. You want more? More of this? Take it, it's all for you. Arius's mocking voice was enough to shatter me out of my reverie. What on earth were you dreaming of? This sounds dirty. Shut up, Felix! Oh. I was still half in my dream when I snapped at Aries and realized I missed my mishap a moment too late. What? Okay. I mean, Aries, I was dreaming of a memory. It was the first nice one I've had.
What is it about?
Oh, I was on my way home and had picked up some sweets for my friends and my sister. We were all enjoying ourselves, and I was scolding Felix when I woke up. I sighed heavily, wishing I could have lingered in that sweet memory just a little longer. There was a long silence, and I knew the others were at a loss for words. Well, Jay, you could always feed us sweets. It would be the same thing, would it not? And yet again, Sarah sent me into a fit of laughter with his innocence. Moments like these, surrounded by my new friends, sometimes it felt like the happiness I had once felt in my past was again in my grasp. Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, Sayer.
What did I say? Up you get. Cam won't let you drink if you're all in a dazed. That jolt set me up so fast that my head hit the car ceiling in my excitement.
Oh, my.
We all shared another hearty laugh all the way to Kane's place. Seeing us, he insisted on knowing just what had happened in such merriment. We had spent all day hunting a surge of malevolence. Even in our mirth, when I tried to catch Valefar's eye, just can't ignore it. I angrily punched into the cookie dough I was kneading. Sarah had taught me to bake, and now I took to it whenever I couldn't stop my brain from running rampant. But today I would use cookies as an excuse to visit Valefar, time be damned. I made it a personal goal of mine to mind my own business more, but this was a worthwhile exception. As long as I didn't burn this batch. Cookies were exceptionally difficult. If I were a princess, I wouldn't have knights joust for my affections. I'd have them bake cookies. Maybe I could accept him avoiding me if I didn't see him like... Dear God. I felt terrible to see anyone cry, but it being Valefar just shattered my heart. He always wanted to remain a stalwart one of us, yet here he was, suffering in silence. I had reached out to him in that moment. Perhaps he never would have let his emotions run free again. But that didn't stop the regret that was eating away at me. It was almost 1 in the morning, but it was fine. I knew he was up with work anyways, though he would deny it. Finally! The edges are browned, but good enough. I slipped my cookies into a bag and marched up to his apartment, banging on the door as soon as I got there. He opened the door and gave me an alarmed jolt upon my appearance.
Is everything all right?
Before he could brandish his scythe in anticipation of an attack, I held out my satchel of cookies as a peace offering. Yes, I brought cookies! Fancy a midnight snack? Without waiting for an invitation, I wasn't a vampire after all. I entered his place. Valefar shook his head, but he took a seat nonetheless and beckoned me to the couch next to him.
How did you know I was awake? I'm presuming you did not come with the intention to wake me up, as much as I appreciate a good baked treat.
I'm starting to get a good read on you by now, I said airily as I sat right next to him and doled out the cookies on a plate. To my left I saw 2 stacks of files and some papers strewn about. I did not miss him slowly scooting away. I inched closer to him and he shuffled further. Has he developed an allergy to me? Persistence was my middle name, however. I never knew you brought work home, and this much to boot. He picked up an already signed pile of folders and straightened them against the desk.
Well, I can hardly afford to fall behind now, can I?
I nudged him, then placed the cookie in his hand. I jerked my head, waiting for him to try it.
Delightful.
He shifted his eyes toward me, then back to his paperwork. I wasn't here to be a nuisance. I'm not here to distract you from your work. I'm here to assist. Clearly this was a bizarre concept to him. Either he had no faith in me, or no one had ever offered to help him. What do you need done?
These are the reapings that are scheduled for this week. I'm putting them into this program here.
Ah. Valefar chuckled and shot his head at my puzzlement.
You don't really
Shook
need
his
to
head.
help me. Your presents and cookies are more than enough.
I want to help, because neither of those things will help you get sleep either, earlier.
Very well. I can't deny such an earnest offer, especially when you've come all this way with the most delicious of parcels.
As if to demonstrate, he took one and bit down. The best of midnight snacks.
I shall tell you the information I need to put into each column. How about you read them to me?
Can't do. I would have asked Zafan later to teach me this program Valefar spoke of so that I could help him better in the future. After instructing me with what to tell him, I picked up the first folder. Spinelli Avalanche in Hartfield, Green City, 2000 XX. Cause of death? Swinging? I squinted my eyes, unsure I read that correctly. My fingers passed over each word, and no, I did read that perfectly fine. She swung so far that she was aiming to do a circle around the swing set. What is a swing set? Like a set of swings? That sounded quite pleasing. We should have one. Although, perhaps not if it was possible to die from it. Precisely. I see. It says that while she died, she did achieve her goal. She went flying and... oh my. My thumb paused on the page over the words. She landed head first on some monkey bars and, her neck snapped. What are monkey bars? He showed me an example on his watch, and we both grimaced in unison.
What a peculiar way to die. Age.
Gotta be a kid, right? Or a kid or a teen. His last manner startled me, but then again, I suppose it all runs together when you've been doing it for hundreds of years. 15. 306 days, 364 days, 8 hours, 23 minutes, 54.71 seconds. What a shame, she was so close to her birthday. Yeah, not even, just almost 16. This is depressing.
Do you still wish to assist? Not pleasant work to do before sleeping.
Of course I do. I'm no quitter, and if I don't help you, then you're stuck doing it alone.
I always have, you know.
Well, you won't anymore. Not as long as I'm around. We continued to work this way in a steady flow. Altogether, there was something that kept bothering me, that I could no longer restrain my curiosity. Say, Valefar, how do we get these files? How do we know about their deaths? What's the sorcery behind all of this? He laughed in a fond sort of way, as his fingers paused on the keys.
Excellent question. I have not heard you proclaim sorcery in quite some time, and I was beginning to miss it.
I'm glad my unease entertains you. One takes joy in the little things. As I was saying, when a soul is created, the angels send down each file to us. Those files become updated with their deaths and are transferred to the active work list, from where we then input it in here.
There are beings that exist only to record deaths. Scribes. That is all they do. Each of those writings becomes the files that appear in one of our file rooms, and so forth.
That sounds like a sad existence.
Perhaps. They are. How do I describe it?
He mulled over his words, his tongue rubbing gently against the roof of his mouth as he pondered. The mischievous part of me that awoke, and especially when I was tired, found that his mouth was quite pleasing to look at. He raised a finger in triumph as he found his answer.
Automata. Dolls born for this singular purpose. Once upon a time, it was for reapers to handle while residing in human world. They did this kind of work all the time, albeit in shifts. The aura of death would call to them, and when the human died, they quietly recorded the instance.
Why did they stop? Or rather, other than it being painfully boring of them, I imagine. Hi, Nari! Happy Silas's birthday to you! Thank you for the hydrate. Thanks for the head pat, too. We finally got into the actual character route. Has a long common route, not as long as Busted Fellows, though.
It was incredibly tedious. Yes, that was part of it. Perhaps that was why some began to interfere with these deaths. Cain's brother was once doing this kind of work, you know. And as the population and deaths grew, we were growing short-staffed. All combined, we were in urgent need of an alternative.
Every time one of these men dropped some vital information so casually, my head spun. It spun even when it wasn't casual, but still. There's so much yet for me to learn. Even if they are merely dolls, I still can't help but feel sorry for them.
Because you are kind and good. Truth be told, it is something that we do not think about.
To us, they function like computers, armed with singular tasks. They do not need anything that we need.
For a time, the higher-ups mused that they should replace all of us with them. Not that most of us are far removed from their cold, logical beings. But those dolls do not have the sense that we do. They cannot problem solve, see when something is amiss, analyze. You understand. All that to say, do not worry yourself feeling sorry for them.
His look indicated that he knew that I wouldn't be able to help feeling thus, but I appreciated his efforts all the same. That makes sense. Anyway, let's see who's next. Alfred Albinus jumped in an elevator, then the elevator crashed. Such bizarre deaths. I knew elevators were untrustworthy.
They are perfectly fine inventions. You simply must not jump in them. In the human world, at least, I believe ours would withstand such nonsense. At least, I think it should.
He pondered the novel idea with an amused chuckle, whereas I quelled my renewed fear of elevators. Now stairs. Stairs would not collapse on you.
Perhaps I should tell Aries to test it. No, I mustn't.
Don't you dare! He would do it simply to terrify me.
And here I thought for a moment you were concerned for him. A relief to hear otherwise.
As the midnight oil burned, so too did we burn through the stack of papers. Both of us reached for the last cookie as we were wrapping up the last entry, and our hands touched. Valefar recoiled his hand as if he had been burned. Sorry.
Pardon me.
And see, that's why he was gonna call us my lady when he picked us up, because he was our knight in a past life. Oh. I just know it's coming. Take it, Valefar.
I couldn't.
I brought them just for you. Oh, this was childish. I seized the cookie and pushed it into his mouth. And I could stoop lower. Hmm? He's so cute! His grunts were between disgruntled and pleased. As he chewed and swallowed, I dusted the crumbs off his face. He grew rigid, as if his ligaments were replaced by iron rods.
Oh, my phone. I have an important call coming in.
No, you don't. At this hour? He wasn't even looking at it, and I heard no ring. But a lady knew when to make her exit and not overstay her welcome. Even when she may have created her own welcome by brute force, or a Trojan horse, to be generous.
Thank you for your company and delicious cookies. Make sure you give a couple to Sayer tomorrow. He'll never forgive me if he found out only I had the privilege.
He quickly held up his watch to his ear and dismissed me.
Yes, hello? It is quite late.
As I headed to the door, I heard his watch ring. Slowly, ever so slowly, I turned around, and it was the most awkward moment since he woke up with me on top of him. I already knew that he was lying, but I wanted to make him feel a little guilty about it. He cleared his throat and picked up the call.
What is it, Kane?
I closed the door behind me. Ironic that Kane was the one to reveal his little trick. He could have just told me he was sleepy. Valefar waved his hands to dismiss the floating map of purgatory in frustration. It was a hollow... Lolo... something?
We have spent the last 3 days trying to find them in Purg. How about we take a different approach?
How about we take different... okay, wait. Like, searching elsewhere?
Precisely. How about I search this building and Stasis, and you ask around in Hell?
Really?
Why not? You're quite experienced now, and are more than capable of conducting your own investigation.
Well, I was quite chuffed at that. We can regroup in Purg, in the old bedroom that you used to stay in. We were using that room as a meeting point to take snack breaks. Finding missing persons was hard work after all. I was so proud of being told that I could handle myself that I only realized Valefar was spouting BS until I got there. Oh, he only said that to split us up so he could go overwork again. Sneaky, sneaky old man. I mentally shook my fist at him. When a cold presence wrinkled the hairs on the back of my neck and arms.
Well, well, well. Who do we have here?
Dude, can I have that on stream? Dude has his nipples out. He's got pretty hair, though. And a weird crown. Demon! Well, of course it is. I was in hell. Why do I feel like I've seen him before? Nausea bubbled up in the pit of my stomach. He was stunningly beautiful, yet terrifying like a monster of bedtime stories to keep children well behaved. A cruel beauty that you could put inside and out, that could turn you inside and out and cook your insides over a spit.
A pleasure to meet you. You are a celebrity around these parts.
I am? I'd never been popular before. Infamous plenty, but I restrained the desire to flip my hair. Well, why is it?
Thanks to you, we've gotten plenty of residents.
Oh, well, it was nothing. My common sense remembered where we were, and my ears were about to fall off in shame. Back to infamy, then. All things considered, it really was nothing short of a miracle I escaped hell. What do I say? Pleased to be of assistance? The sly bastard, I could tell by that starmy grin that he read me like a book. I decided that I would match his energy. If that is the case, then perhaps you could help me then, since I have been helpful. Unwittingly as it was.
It would be my pleasure.
Who are you exactly, since you know me already, but I have yet to hear your name? He gasped, then bent an exaggerated bow.
How rude of me not to make an introduction. Myself, Alistair. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hey, Alistair. Very, very, very. Okay, cool. Cool. Nice. I like it. He grasped my hand with both of his, and his grip was almost shattering my bones. I maintained my ever-polite smile, and even wiggled my hand out of his bone-breaking grasps. Raph? Wanting to create some space with us, I surreptitiously took a few steps back to the side. He glided up right next to me without missing a beat. His eyes bore into me as if they were going to nail me in the ground. Why do you look like you're about to eat me up?
I would do no such thing. Uninvited.
Uninvited?
After all.
He's like, only if you asked. Even if he were not a literal denizen of hell, calling him a gentleman would be an offense to real gentlemen. No, even clowns are more distinguished. Malthius would be right home with these people. It was the perfect calling for him.
Our abode may not be as grand or as luxurious as those who are in heaven, but I assure you that it is far more comfortable.
The way he flourished his hands was reminiscent of a maestro at an orchestra. Comfortable? Hell being comfortable was quite the oxymoron. For those not being punished, that is.
We would never slacken punishing the sinners. Rest assured, there is not a moment that passes by that does not involve scorching, flaying, dismembering, disembowelment, beheadings.
Cool. I held my own head at that reminder, as if it would fall back off. Alright, I get the image. Quite the gruesome image at that. I took a prize for sporting the most unsettling grin I had ever had the displeasure to see.
In modern times, we have been researching more methods of torturing our souls, in addition to the physical remedies we have traditionally employed. Have you ever heard of the song Baby Tiger? We played repeatedly.
That's just a Baby Shark reference. Baby tiger do. I had never heard of it, but some things were better left to the unknown.
Of course, the demons in charge of administering punishment demand soundproof headphones, or for the song to only be used when they go on break. We alternate, depending on our moods. We had a strike upon the song's initial use. After all, we are supposed to punish the stupid humans, and not ourselves.
He's worse than those timeshare people who belonged here for the painful monotony of their presentations. I shouldn't give him any ideas. He would hire them in an instant. This conversation alone has put the fear of hell into me more than anything Aries has ever said. Aries has ever said. I need to remember how to say their names correctly. I needed to end it swiftly. Well, I appreciate your work and all.
Ah, yes. Pardon me. I am rather proud of all the work we do here and get carried away, but you are here on business, yes? It must be important. I have only ever seen you in passing, but you have never stopped to chat. I am hospitable, unlike those cherubs upstairs.
He snapped his fingers, and two imp-like beings delivered coffee and biscuits respectively, before dematerializing with ringing cackles. How very kind of you. I gave the contents of my cup a wary once-over. I half expected it to be a witch's cauldron, but it was an ordinary mug with what looked like coffee. I sniffed it. No potion detected.
It is not poisoned, I assure you.
Of course, I wouldn't dare presume something so offensive.
Oh, I naturally took you to be a well-mannered sort of girl.
I took a sip, and it was delicious. Delicious! Part of me had assumed it would be made with the blood of the Forsaken or something like that. It took every fiber of my willpower to maintain decorum as I took a sip after sip. My tongue drowned in the rich flavor. I wanted someone to simply toss me into a vat of this caffeinated ambrosia.
Angels may have their liquor, but we are unbeatable when it comes to coffee.
I think that's so funny that it's like, oh yeah, you know, angels obviously are great at making alcohol, and demons are known for their coffee, guys. Didn't you know? Starbucks owned by demons. Why's that?
We sometimes make bargains for short reprieves. We force the CEOs of coffee chains to give us their secret recipes.
I knew it. Oh!
And we make them tend to our own farms. Their comeuppance. I think it is fitting.
Alright. I gingerly took another sip, feeling very conflicted and confused about what he spoke. Although it was extraordinarily delicious. There are some missing souls from purgatory. They are bound for heaven, but have vanished into thin air. We were wondering if they somehow were sucked into stasis or hell.
Do you think we were eating up these souls ourselves?
He was about to put an arm around my shoulder when a hand slapped him away.
That was precisely it.
His jaw was clenched. Clenched! I glanced down, his fist was curled. Valefar, what are you doing here? I thought we were supposed to meet up later.
Zafan wasn't doing anything important, so I told him to take Sayer and scour the city. I thought I would listen to you and delegate for once.
And I'm very proud of you for it.
It is because I wondered what in blazes was I doing sending you here.
So much for your trust in me.
Oh, you I trust wholeheartedly.
My, you are cutting in so very rudely, and leaving me out of this conversation in my own abode. I would never harm this lovely lady here.
He shrugged and snapped his fingers. The imps returned with more refreshments and refilled my own cup. To my surprise, Valefar accepted it. I gave him a look, and his shrug told me that it was too good to deny. Heaven liquor? Hell coffee. We really need something in stasis to complete. I finished my lukewarm cup, and the imp helpfully returned to refill it. Well, they were a little cute.
What if the souls are not lost, but stolen?
Such baseless accusations, while you are enjoying our gracious hospitality. By all means, look to your heart's content.
We will, and we want more coffee.
Yeah, screw you, but I do want more of your coffee. I'd never seen Valefar be so demanding before. It was quite impressive. I quickly gulped down the hot liquid, slightly irritating my throat for a moment. A move that would have scolded me back as a human, then accepted a third cup. I couldn't help but give the imp a fond pat, and it chirped. Even hell had cute creatures. Befit with fangs and horns, but adorable all the same.
Come.
Where do we even look for them?
I suppose we can start in the vestibule, and after that...
He pulled a face that had me wanting to bolt in the opposite direction. I wonder if the demons were all this mad. Was it because of the place they became so, or is that what they were? Was it so mad that they created such a place? If I asked, I was sure it would be met with a, "Would you like to find out yourself?" I shuddered. Even my curiosity had its limits.
Alistair, we require you to guide us, but no funny business.
I am hurt. In the centuries you've known us, have we ever put a toe out of line?
Need I remind you?
Holding grudges still. How immature. Is it not enough that I do your bidding at your leisure?
You know that is not where the concern lies. I know your kind tends to get bored, and has also contested many decisions above. You being the chief dissenter.
Alistair waved a hand carelessly.
Naturally, we ought to. You let people in purgatory, in heaven, and in service of Reaperhood, all too willy-nilly.
Gotta love that he's basically like, well, you guys are stealing our jobs, guys. I mean, what are we supposed to do if you're letting every single person not go to hell? Like, you're being way too generous and letting people have options. He's like, what about us? What are we supposed to do? Oh, goodness. And our friend is supposedly somewhere in there. His eyes pierced into me and a chill ran up my spine again.
If you are robbing us of our fresh meat, then what are we to do if not advocate for ourselves? So terribly unfair.
His puppy pout aimed my way did nothing for me to offer any of my sympathies. Alistair gave himself a self-pitying sigh before waving us along into the vestibule. Here were the souls that were awaiting their doomed placements. Usually I only stopped until the reception point, since these were tricky. As one flung a shoe at my head, I understood very well why. Goodness, a sour attitude won't do you any favors. That only increased them more. Alistair tutted his fingers, and as he flicked his wrist, his fingers spread wide. The soles went rigid, and even the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. He was like a puppet master. How dreadfully eerie. I looked up at Valefar, who was equally disconcerted.
You need not show off!
Of course, the demons in charge of administering punishment demand soundproof headphones, or for the song to only be used when they go on break. We alternate, depending on our moods.
Yeah, now let us try not to provoke them, Eternal punishment does make one quite testy. Valefar squinted at him.
How do you know you haven't cloaked anyone?
Bring your illusion breaker later, and see for yourself.
And give you the time to squirrel them away, if you haven't already.
I shall simply tag along with you in an overdue visit to stasis.
A shudder passed through me at the idea of this creature running amok. Aries would throttle him, though, to be sure. Hi, and welcome in. How are you doing? Happy Saturday.
If you enjoy being a pariah, certainly.
And if I said you folk are far more amenable than angels.
Finished with your sweep?
I'm good. How are you? That's awesome. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. I'm enjoying the game so far. We're finally in one of the guys' routes, so that's exciting. But yeah, I've had a pretty chill Saturday so far. I've been having fun.
No. Take us to the first layer.
Of hell? My screech disturbed some of the imps out of their work.
My, you would make fine competition for a banshee.
Oh, thanks.
Ignore him. It is your choice. Unpleasant does not begin to describe it.
If it's something that you must do, then it's only right that I do it as well.
Very well.
I made it through the doors before I began to retch. The slimy feeling that Alistar evoked in me was magnified to an unfashionable amount. I didn't realize I was screaming until my throat burned. My vision grew dark, but it wasn't from fainting. Valefar had picked me up and hoisted me over his shoulder, pulling my cloak over my eyes.
Easy, easy. What a fool I am. I should have anticipated this.
My weakness?
Even letting you near Alistair was a grave error.
He jerked his head down and clicked his tongue in self-rebuke. I needed to find out just what Alistar was for him, to react so strongly. This was a gross misjudgment on my part. You do not need to investigate hell. Not ever. Understand? Yes.
Let us return to stasis. I shall ask Kame to take our place for now.
Will he be able to?
I cleared his workload for him. He will.
I had the wherewithal I could to have admonished him for that, but I settled for slumping against him. Without any more delay, we returned to the gate, Alistar humming obnoxiously behind us. That is until Kame dutifully arrived, grabbed Alistar by the ear, and dragged him all the way back to hell. A reaper indeed. I took rest in the lounge, unable to eat a morsel of food during lunch.
I could search again on my own.
Don't be silly. Here we were again. While our visit in hell ended short, it did remind Valefar of other roads to hell that extended outwards, including one into purgatory. Perhaps the road less taken could hold the answers we sought. So, there's a path that demons can take to come here? Why would they come to purgatory at all?
Purgatory may be a neutral ground, but the demons and angels both are loath to give Reapers agency of more than stasis. Though the angels, as you know, have a hand in stasis too. It is a hierarchy that is understood.
We just walk past Heaven's Gate, and it shall be... A familiar spectre materialized before us. A malevolent? Here?
Ouch. Be on your guard.
This one is half human. How? Who? Pain shot through my temple like a spear. I clutched my head and doubled over. Ah! What gives? Jay. Just a headache. I'm fine. Duck. The figure swiped around an arm down at him. It was the human side, except a blue aura was taking over her. The malevolent's human arm extended to a grotesque manner, like rubber. She staggered forward, then backward, then lumbering several steps, swinging the human arm and spirit arm alike. Yet each time the blue arm shot out, her human arm was trying to hold back the other. She's fighting herself.
I have never seen anything like it. Is this how malevolents are made? Surely not.
No, I think Purgatory would have noticed the missing souls a lot earlier if that were the case, right? I mean, if this were the source.
Perhaps.
Ugh. In our rumination, both of her arms betrayed her and shot right out and hit Valefar in the gut. Eyes on the prize!
I am.
He used the bottom of his scythe to whack the arms away. His was a staff version, rather than the chain one like Aries and I had. Apparently each manifested upon the Reaper that fit their core essence. Of course mine was a pain-in-the-butt model.
Well aware.
Not using your blade?
Not when she's a human. I want to observe, just...
He slid neatly into the side as she ambled poorly aimed kick at his way. And how's that going? I leapt over him and somersaulted down behind her. She kicked me in the shoulder. I missed the brunt of it, but still staggered back. Her arm whipped to my feet, throwing me off balance. She towered over me, apology written all over her features. Then both of our eyes widened in unison. In recognition. No wonder my head was pounding. You were in my execution! Valefar did a double take, his eyes darting between my pained condition and the figure that emitted hostile immunity in waves.
Easy now.
What humanity was left in her vanished in an instant, replaced by sheer animalistic rage. Her eyes glowed blue and her skin crackled open, the essence overcoming her very being. It's all your fault! All of it! Dark blue swirls coated her body, and the blood drained from Valefar's face. Blue swirls coated her body. Guys, is Valefar also becoming a malignant? It kind of seems like he is, because he also is getting weird blue things on his body, and he's also ruminating. And it makes me wonder, maybe the malevolence really are coming from human souls. And that could be because they're ruminating on things and not passing on peacefully and stuff like that. Which I think we kind of knew from earlier, but like, it's concerning because she recognizes this girl. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Valefar, which would not be good.
Watch out!
Her limbs lurched toward me in a chaotic thrust, and though they were disorganized, they were still deadly. Two stabbed into the ground, either side of me, just as the third aimed for my head. I slid down and rolled away. Not unscathed. I lost a slice of my hair. My hair! I can accept you throwing rocks at me before my death, but I draw the line at touching my hair. Literally me. Like, no. I swung my chain scythe forward, but it only bounced off and back towards me. Shoot! I expelled the counter force to keep the scythe looping in my arm off, but I overdid it. The force propelled me backwards in a rush. The soles of my boots protested, but I skidded all the way back into a tree. These are getting harder and harder to fight by the day. It whipped its arms behind his body, seizing Valefar by the neck and injecting his aura with its awful blue energy. No! Valefar writhed, his limbs moving in maneuvers that would have disarmed anyone else. But her body was no longer even a body. Purple energy bloomed on Valefar's fingers, but it stuttered and went out like a candle in the wind. My heart plummeted to my stomach, and my skin crawled as if infested with maggots. What an awful thing it was doing. I shot my hand out, curling my fingers, and beckoned with that disgusting light into myself. The more it came to me, the less I felt that bone-deep revulsion. As Valefar was slowly freeing himself, his body seized at the reason behind it.
Stop!
Nah, I think we gotta do it. Let's tell him to trust us, I think. Alright. Have to trust me. The more I pulled, the more she returned to normal. Well, as normal as one could be. Her shell remained, although her limbs were gone from now, her eyes vacant. She only muttered, "You did this," again and again. Dark blue started to emanate again from her empty limb sockets. Before I could raise my palm, Valefar swiped down, cutting her body into two pieces. My scream died in my throat.
It had to be done. It was a mercy killing.
Yeah, that's fair. She would have been corrupted again. It had to be done. It had to be. He kept swallowing, as if to keep the distance anyway. I had never executed a soul, not one appearing human, and neither had he, if I had guessed correctly. I'm sorry, Valefar. Maybe if I wasn't here, she wouldn't have transformed and you could have discovered more.
Don't be. And besides, I think we've learned some things today. Or some things that we can theorize, as it were.
He stretched his arms high above his head, shaking himself to get rid of whatever energy had permeated him.
It appears that deep-seated emotions exacerbate the contamination.
They are contaminated beings, Thud?
Something like that, I imagine. But where did it begin? I don't think it's quite so simple. We would notice if souls started vanishing into thin air at such a rate. There is something awry, and we are getting closer to discovering what.
How are you feeling? She was doing something with your energy.
'Tis a scrape. Oh, do not give me that look. I've been more winded after a solid sparring session. Let us finish our task for today, and we will return promptly.
I nodded. We had veered far off the path due to the fight. It would be quite a walk back. Oh, we've somehow circled back to Heaven's Gate. I thought to take a closer look since we were still here. I hurried over to the gate in case the souls were stuck in limbo, and a sharp pain shot up my arm. Ah! Valefar immediately materialized next to me and seized my arm with a gentle, tender care. I couldn't find anything to fuss about, but that didn't mean I hadn't passed the inspection either.
That's it. We are going home.
Valefar, I'm fine. We aren't going to get anything done if we... He reached for my arm and I leapt away. Oh, no you don't. I can recognize my own tricks. Valefar was still panic-stricken, but then he scowled, and I realized that he was raring for a fight. Well, me too. This was exactly what I was wanting. Argument on the roof was barely even a verbal spar. Come and get me! I bolted, leaping to the boulder nearby and doing an aerial flip to simply show I could.
You are being ridiculous and immature!
I ran down the path, twisting and turning to escape his lunges. I didn't think I'd have to 2 fights in a row, not here of all places. His jabs were quick, as if I was dancing out of his reach. I would have made for an excellent night had this whole execution business never occurred.
This is not a fight. It is a glorified game of tag at best, which it should not even be.
He swiped for me again, trying to encircle my wrist this time, but I ducked under a tree branch and pulled back, launching it towards him. He sputtered the leaves out of his mouth.
That was a foul move. I see Aries has taught you to fight dirty.
Aries? Ha! Don't credit him. I was a tactician, if you remember, and I always knew to use my battlefield to my advantage. We ran through the foliage, jumping over knots, circling around trees. We both laughed, even if the reason was he chasing me. Even if the reason he was chasing me was out of concern for my health. It felt freeing, somehow exhilarating. After such doom and gloom, we could outrun the cruelty of the world, even for a little while. Okay. Okay. My thing, I always go left, so I'm gonna...
Tactician, is that
Oh, frick.
right? Well, I was a general, and I knew to memorize my terrain better than the enemy.
Dang it. His victorious pose did not amuse me. He scooped me up as we arrived back to stasis. I'd admit defeat and sulk as a sore loser, but his words hit me. A general? You? He stopped in his tracks.
Indeed.
And you were going to tell me this win.
You never asked.
Val?
Val, is it now?
He's blushing! Yes, you're quite sneaky, Val.
Indeed? How else could I keep up with this slippery bunch? You have distracted me plenty. Do not think I have forgotten why we've endured this cat-and-mouse game. Sire, I have urgent need of you.
I am summoned? I was going to open my mouth about how I could walk by myself, but this treatment was a considerable improvement over his avoidance. Hey Mousy, hi Wanted! How are you doing? Happy Saturday! Hey hi! Sarah did a full inspection of me in the lounge. Some of his healing gifts had lingered, but it was a whisper of what he had done before. I do not sense anything malignant within you, Jay, but alas, I cannot be entirely certain these days. It's my fault. It's because of me that you're a Reaper now. Bygones, bygones. Besides, it's not like Reapers cannot harness such magics either. James' brother Nox is the best healer that has ever existed. Really?
Indeed. A shame he's not here right now.
I do think you are well, Jay, but I sense a little tension with you. He ran a hand over my body again, pursing his lips in thought. I believe it is exhaustion. Therefore, I suggest you take the rest of the day to rest, and you should become right as rain by tomorrow. I'm fine. I was here but didn't know what to say. Then I took a small nap. I just decided to say hi. That's fine. I hope you had a good nap. However, if you still feel amiss, I shall arrange for a tonic from heaven for you. A tonic?
Angels do not deign to help us themselves, so they simply keep medicines in their stores.
I'm drenched in sweat. Oof. Getting out of bed in the morning always gives me a headache. I'm gonna try feet first tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Hi, Synopsis! Welcome in. How you doing?
We have never had much of a need for healing, especially since we've had Sayer. So, the angels they provided on request.
I shall go and take care of that right now. I will see you later and bake your favorite cookies. Cookies always healed the soul, as you know. He paused to pluck a few errant leaves from my hair and took his leave. Then I rounded on Valefar. You are the biggest hypocrite in the world. He leapt back from me as if I were some sort of feral cat. I cannot believe you chased me! He coughed, inspecting a brick on the wall as if it had sprouted a new flower. We are far too old for this. Valefar? I reached for his sleeve and tugged on it instantly.
Huh?
I wish that you would stop avoiding me.
I am not.
You are. You do not meet my gaze, and you would not even spend any time with me if we were not forced to. Slowly he turned to look me in the eye. The way his gaze softened upon looking at me hurt my heart in the best kind of way.
We have drinks together, do we not?
When everyone else is there. But you weren't even letting me pass you the butter before our assignment. I would not let that go for a long time. I had to break into your house in the middle of the night to have a regular conversation with you.
My favorite type of burglar. One that leaves cookies. Like a reverse Santa Claus.
My cheeks were burning as I willed myself not to smile. I gave an impatient tug at his sleeve, and he tensed, but he did not move away. Have I done aught to offend you?
No, never.
Not even with what happened with Sierra?
That was a tense time. But I never abandoned you then, did I? Never could I abandon you.
Then why now? Maybe not abandon, but you cannot deny that you've been avoiding me. Please do not insult my intelligence.
You are right. I'm being unfair to you, and it is not right of me. There are some things lately that I have been thinking about. And when I look at you, I find that I cannot gather my thoughts properly.
Truth shrouded in lies. Then tell me what you've been thinking about. Tell me why you are crying.
I cannot.
Why?
A burden shared is a burden halved. Yes, but please, I need time. But I promise that I will no longer avoid you. It is not fair to you, not at all.
I made an air of judgment in that regard. Oh, how I wanted to shake him until he answered me. You're speaking in riddles, Val. I hope you realize that.
Forgive me for being so confusing. I will tell you in time, I promise.
Alright, just don't wait until it's too late for me to help you with whatever it is that's bothering you. I know you hide it well, but...
You have always been a clever girl. my wise tactician. Rest for now. You've scared me half out of my existence today.
As did you! And not to mention, you were in far worse condition last time.
I deny this, but all the same, we shall fetch you after work.
Fine, as long as you agree to let me help you with all your files later on. No more stacks and stacks of paper all over your home. It stresses me out.
Deal.
I held out my hand, and his hand hovered near mine, unsure if he should hold it. So I grasped his with both of mine. If he wouldn't reach forward, then I would ensure to take him in my care. Between running tasks for both Statius and Heaven, he had this case as well. I'd have put my best foot forward if I wanted to truly take care of him. I racked my brain trying to think of anything that could make a breakthrough in this case. Aha! Hey, Val. I have an idea.
Can it wait till tomorrow?
But he already knew the answer to that. Not at all. I sat up and prepared to prove my tactician brain still had yet to rest. Alright, I think that's probably a good stopping point, I think. Sorry for interrupting, but what are we playing? No, you're fine. We are playing, it's called Salvus Aries, and it is a Otome game that is on Steam. I'm currently playing the early access of it. Hold on, let me make a save. Here, we can go to the... Yeah, Salvus Aries. It's on Steam. It's an Otome game. It's currently in early access. If you look at the pinned comment, I have, or whatever you call it, like the pinned chat message, I have the link to the store page if you want to wishlist it or anything or check it out. They just went on early access, so they currently have all of the common route is completed, and then they also have one full route is out. Pretty cool to check out. But it's basically, it starts with your execution. You're being executed and you die, and you are in purgatory for like hundreds of years, and then when you finally come out, they're like, okay, you are going to pay penance by being a reaper. So you become a reaper, you meet a gang of other reapers who you're hanging out with and stuff, and they're all beautiful boys who you can romance. So very fun. It's got a lot of fun elements in it. But yeah, really cool. I've been enjoying it so far. It's really funny. It has a lot of good emotional depths and stuff to it. It's made me like tear up and cry a little bit. Really good. Okay, I'll consider checking it out. Yeah, definitely. I mean, even if you just want to like wishlist it for now, if it's something that interests you and you like these types of games, definitely recommend just wishlisting it right now, even if you don't necessarily want to play it at the moment, just so it's on your radar. Or you can check out them on like their socials and stuff. But I've been enjoying it so far. They actually were kind enough to gift me the early access to it, so want to make sure I give them a shout out because they're very, very cool for that, and I've been enjoying the game a lot, so. But I think we found a good stopping place for today. Played quite a bit. We got into his route. I don't know how much further in his route we have. I'm guessing maybe, I'm trying to guess if his route is 4 chapters long or 5. If it's 5 chapters long, then we're almost at the halfway point, so we'll see. But good so far. I'm really liking it. My guess is we'll probably play some more of it on Friday of next week, and then next Saturday I'll see if me and Nara are going to pick up Stardew again, or if we'll skip another week and then go back to our regular weeks of it or not. We'll see. But we'll definitely play maybe a little bit next week. We'll see, depending on how it goes. Or maybe I'll wait until we have a Saturday stream where we can play more of it. Alright, let us pop over to our chatting scene. Yeah, definitely we'll play more of it once we get I think maybe a Saturday. I thought about maybe playing it on a Friday, but maybe a Saturday would be better because I think we could probably finish the game if we play it on another Saturday. But it'll depend. We'll see. Depends on how stuff goes. Alright. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I appreciate it. Y'all are awesome, as always. Let me... Y'all are great. I hope you guys had fun. Enjoyed some of the game. I've been enjoying it. Definitely made me kind of emotional. But I was having fun. Let me see. I'm trying to see who we got today that we could get into. We have some options. Hi, Aria! Hi! Pretty girl, don't go! I know, I just have some more chores and stuff I need to get done, sadly. I want to make sure everything is all nice and tidy. Try to have a fresh start for this week, especially because tomorrow I think I'm going to be spending a lot of time at my parents' house. So I don't have a lot of time to work on it tomorrow, but... Makes you do it. He's helping out. He's doing some of it. Chores, parents, that's what I've been doing. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is I need to finish up. I need to finish up the laundry. We got a few batches I gotta get through, and then I gotta tidy up a little bit. Find some homes for some things. But yeah, the game's been fun. I've been really enjoying it so far. We'll probably finish. I think we can finish the route maybe next stream, depending on the next time I stream it, depending on how it goes, I think. I was helping my mom put down garden sheets. Oh, fun. That sounds like some hard work you're doing. It's been really rainy over here. It's actually been really chilly today. It's been cold and raining, which is weird. Possibly why my nose has been all itchy today. Which is another reason I kind of want to end. My nose is super itchy, which makes it hard to stream because I'm constantly rubbing my nose. Red clay don't play? Mm-hmm. Yup. Yup. We don't really get a lot of red clay here, but I've been in places with red clay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, I feel better, thank you. I'm not sick or anything, but I don't know if it's just because my allergies are mostly gone, but every now and again I get flares-ups, or I also just am kind of like sensitive to things. So it could be like a contact dermatitis type thing, or maybe something I touched is making me a little itchy. But I just feel itchy. I don't really like, my nose isn't super stuffy or anything, but I just like my skin feels itchy. I don't like it. But yeah. Ugh. Yeah, but I'm gonna help Seal with finishing up our apartment. I want it to look all nice. We especially need to look nice in case we have people come over to inspect the apartment. I don't know if that'll happen or not, but we have a call with some people tomorrow. And so maybe they'll say if they need to do an inspection then. So we'll see. Plus, you know, spring cleaning needs to get done. We did a big deep clean before, but we kind of collected some trash from WeebCon and having people over, so. Inspection? For the place that we were looking, we had filled out some adoption applications, and some of them do, like, home checks, like inspections of your house, I guess, to make sure everything is, like, I guess, safe, I guess, for the animal? I don't know. I've never done that before, so I just saw on the website with an application form, it said that that's something that they could do. Eliminate the irritant. Yeah, I never know what's causing the irritants. I get them so randomly. But my family has very sensitive skin, so it could literally be anything causing it. I'm excited. And then I can see my family tomorrow, which is very exciting. I'm very happy. And then hopefully work chills out. I need work to chill. Work has been crazy. Monday's gonna be rough. Oh, gotcha, yeah. They want to make sure you're responsible, not a hoarder or an abuser or something. Yeah. She's a princess, we need a bubble wrapper. Yeah, maybe. I have such sensitive skin, like a lot of things will irritate my skin and stuff. We have to use like fragrance-free like sensitive skin laundry detergent and stuff because my skin is sensitive to that. My nose is sensitive to things. Lots of things give me migraines, and then what doesn't give me migraines will irritate my skin, and then you gotta deal with that, and then it's just like a bunch of stuff. So prayers for Monday, thank you. I need it. I definitely need it. I have to review a bunch of properties Monday. It's gonna be crazy. I might have to do some bank recs. We'll see. I have to get bank access. Don't know how that's gonna happen. I can bring the bubble wrap. Yeah, silly. Alright. Want to break it in song? Probably should have out yesterday. I just don't. Oh, my nose! I don't like it. I want to overshare so bad, guys. I'm having to hold back. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for coming in at the end of stream, Maria. Sorry you didn't get to see much. I gotta be doing adult stuff, being a productive member of society. Be a productive member of my household. Yeah. But thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. I think we're almost done with all the stuff that's in it. I feel like there's only going to be a few more chapters left of this route, and then it'll be over. So I don't think there'll be that much more left. It's okay. I lurked a bit earlier. I just didn't speak because I knew I couldn't stay. That's fair. Don't worry. I get it. But I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it. I think it's fun. I think it's a really cute game so far. I need the other guys' routes already. I need them so bad. But I've been enjoying it. I think it's really cute. I actually really like this guy. I like all of them, to be fair. Like, I genuinely, I like all of them a lot. But I need the other guys' routes, like, pronto. Yeah. Give those to me, yes please, yes. But overall, I've been having a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it. I'm not saying I'm addicted, I'm just saying I need more. Exactly. Especially the Angel Boy. He gave up his— oh my gosh, that's what— you might have missed this, Aria, but Angel Boy, guys, he gave up his wings for us. Like, he literally gave up being an angel for us. If that's not the most romantic thing ever, that's so romantic. I love that. It's so romantic. I love it. That's so cute. Yes, give me that. Yes. So I'm like, yeah. And then, like, they're all just so sweet. And then I'm pretty sure the guy whose route we're in, I'm pretty sure that in our past life, he was our knight. And he was, like, our last friend there with us when we died. Like, he was the last person to treat us kindly before our death. Like, what the frick? That's so cute! I'm so happy. I love them all so much. What? I know! I'm like, dang! I just, like, that's, like, I love romance, like, I love angels and romance stuff, but especially, I'm such a sucker for, like, becoming a fallen angel or giving up their wings or becoming an angel for their loved one. Like, that's such a, like, trope that I love. Like, it's so sad, but, like, I love that so much because it's just, I don't know, that's just so romantic to me. I don't know. Like, there's that one Vocaloid song, I think it's called, like, Black Vow, where it's, Rin is an angel, and she falls in love with human Miku, and so she gives up her angel's ability to become a male human to be with her. And they're like, they fall in love and stuff, right? But then Miku's, like, a jealous lover ends up, like, killing her, and so she dies to save Miku. And it's very sweet, and I love that. And I think, I don't know, something about, like, angels giving up their angelhood for you. I don't know, very sweet, very romantic. I love that. But then also we have, like, the knight trope, because I'm pretty sure that Valefar is our knight from our past life, which is very romantic as well. Like, I love that. I love that. I'm a sucker for a knight. Like, I love knights. Knights are so much better than princes, in my opinion. Like, I love knights. Knights are great. Vampires and angels understood? Yes. Oh, and vampires! Yes! If this game had a vampire, it would take me out. That'd be it. That's the only thing this game's missing right now. It's got angels, it's got knights, it's got all the things I like. It's just missing the vampires. Add vampire to this? Sold. Sold. Like, that's the only thing I'm missing. Vampire Silas, yes! It is Silas's birthday! It's his birthday. He's the birthday boy today. Vampire Silas is very hot. I cannot lie. I love vampires. Technically, could the soul-sucking heroine be a vampire? Maybe. Maybe. Or would that be classified as a different monster type thing instead? Kind of like a Dementor. But yeah, love vampires, love angels, love knights. These are all my kryptonite. Oh, love teen or childhood, like, friends to lovers. Oh, I'm a sucker for that too. I love yearning. Give me the yearning. I love yearning. What else? I don't know. I'm a sucker for a lot of tropes, honestly. This one's been really good. I've been really enjoying it. It's been really fun. I'm really glad I got to play it. I think we only got a little bit left, though. Honestly, with, like, how it's progressing and stuff, I feel like there's probably only gonna be, like, maybe 2 to 3 more chapters, if I had to guess. But I don't know, maybe they'll surprise me. Maybe it will be longer than I think it is. Because I know you already. Yeah! I just think the friends to lovers thing, I love it so much because there's so much yearning in it. Like, it's so much yearning, and it's so much like, you know, like, you know a person so intimately and deeply, you know, and then like, and they're always like, they already are gonna love and support you no matter what, and it's just like the yearning of like, oh, well, I like them, but also, oh, like, I love our current relationship, and I don't know if I want to mess that up, and it's like, it hits me hard. I think it also hits me hard because, you know, obviously I ended up marrying my high school sweetheart, and so to me it's just like, when like they knew each other in high school, it's just like, I have such a sweet spot for that, because I'm like, it just reminds me of when I was in high school with Zio, and so it makes me like, oh, I love it so much. That's why Shin is my favorite in Amnesia, because it just, his route in general reminds me of what it felt like to be dating Zio when we were little, like when we were younger. So routes like that, like things that make me feel like that, I'm like, oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. But yep. That is it, I think what else? I'll probably post the schedule at some point. I mean, I could probably make it, well, I'll make it probably on Sunday, but we'll get it posted. We're probably just gonna stream Friday and Saturday. Oh my gosh, I keep yawning now. We'll probably just stream Friday and Saturday. We're gonna be keeping up with the 2 streams a week thing for now. Oh, let's see. Who could we raid into? I guess we could raid into Lavi. But thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I love getting to hang out with you guys. You guys are the best. I have the best mouselings in the whole world. Thanks for hanging out with me and chilling, spend time with me on your Saturday. I hope you guys all have a lovely rest of your Saturday and weekends, you know. Yeah, you know, I hope you guys can be both productive and get to relax, you know, have a good, well-rounded weekend. And yeah, I'll get to see you guys next weekend on Friday and Saturday. So have a good week, okay? Be good. Take good care of yourselves, okay? Drink water, get something to eat, stretch, and walk if you need to. Take good care of yourselves, okay? And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. We'll be raiding, I think, until lobby. Let me get that set up for you guys. Alrighty. Alright. There we go. We're gonna raid into Lavi. She's really chill. She's really cool. She also plays a lot of dating sims and Otome games. Right now she's playing Pikmin too, so that's kind of fun. If you want to join in the raid, you do XP play raid if you're not subbed. Otherwise, if you are subbed, you can do raid sub. Or if you're feeling fancy, you can do raid sub too. Thank you, Arya. Feel free to do that. As always, just be kind and respectful. Lavi's really, really cool, so we want to make sure we show her lots of love. Because she's a super chill and cool person. So, show her lots of love. Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys soon. Alright. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys later. Alrighty. Bye-bye!